Hello, it is me again, the VBK, and I hope everybody has had an amazing day. Today has been a stressful day for me. Keep in mind, I have gone a week without smoking until today, and it was Marlboros. hmm Um, I think today was stressful because I think I had maxed out. Had it not been so stressful at work, I think I would have been able to stand strong. I'm very interested in considering going up the street, but we're going to see if we can keep away from that. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and chat with y'all just a little bit about the Strait of Horus and something that I posted online the other day. I am ripping open the laptop. It's got dust on it. I ain't got to use this laptop in forever. But I'm thinking about reactivating my Plotagon. Hey JB, what's up, baby? I was so stressed I didn't even go in. Girl, I did not want to go in myself. I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Oh, too well. I got to catch up with you because you still where I think you at, right? I know not to say nothing. What is my laptop doing? I don't know what it's doing, but I'm gonna let it finish opening up. Um, yeah. So I posted either today or yesterday. I can't even remember when I posted it, but I remember posting something, and I was telling y'all that apparently we are um, backing out of the war. I guess next door to hell. You stupid. I guess we are backing out of the war. And apparently, come to find out, I guess we ran out of bullets or something. Huh. I don't even know why they sent all that money over there if we was just gonna run out of bullets. Like, why did you give all them billions and trillions to the military for us to go over there and run out of bullets? And then what's interesting, I also heard and read that we asked our allies. We asked our allies, girl, we asked our allies to come on and help us to, you know, fight Iran. And they pretty much told us, no, you know, fuck off. Can't connect to this network. Why not? Why can't I connect to this network? Okay, so let me put the laptop down and I'll come back to that. Um, they didn't want to help us. So it's interesting to find out, right? That's what they report now. I'm getting this from the boys on X, and I believe a lot of them on the inside. And something else that they reported was that apparently Iran been tearing our ass up. Now they supposed to be the weakest link, which is why I believe we jumped in the first place. And I also believe we jumped in because we told them we wanted to come over there and get the rest of them videos on Jeffrey and the emails and the documents and the blackmails and whatnot. And they said no. So we was like, okay, we're going to come get them anyway. But here's the thing. They really thought Iran was weakened by themselves, but they got China in their back pocket. Now, it has been reported that China has given them some heavy duty ammunition for our ass. And apparently Iran been keeping it hid in the garage. But they've been tearing our ass up because Dukiana said, how is it they keep finding us? How they keep, you know what I'm saying, hitting us, striking us when we hid in the bushes. Girl, the boys done said that he messed around and put that question out to the public somewhere, somehow, and said Putin stood up and told him, nigga, we got a sleeper in your camp. And every time y'all make a move, every time y'all playing something, they tell me and I tell Iran. And that's how Iran able to blast y'all out the bushes. I hollered. I said, see, that's what you get. Spies in the camp, yes. And granted, we know that we got sleepers over there on their side, as well as a lot of other people. And I would suspect they have sleepers over here too. But you know, the more and more I think about it, JB, it's kind of right. It's kind of like uh, it made me think back to why you was so gung ho on the ICE situation. You know what I'm saying? Why your whole mission every day you eat, sleep, and drink and think about kicking the immigrants out of the United States and kicking them back to the wherever the hell they belong to. And I got to thinking, he was focused on that because he knew what he was gonna get into, and he knew he needed to try to shake as many of them out from over here as possible, thinking he was doing something big, but the trick fell on him. Well, damn, we need to pack it up before they take some of our babies. Okay, right. So now that we know we out of bullets, now we know that the so-called friends ain't gonna help. Now we know the homeboy got a sleeper. It kind of make a little bit of sense now why he wanna walk away. Cause you know, Mama said don't never turn your back on the enemy. But let's talk about what would happen if he walked away. Because here is what I believe, and I could be very wrong. I feel like if you, of all people, you big bad Billy Badass, right? You've been tough all this time, and now you want to tuck your tail and hide. I feel like if you do that, Iran is going to attack your so-called friends who wouldn't come to help you. Now that's gonna put us in a situation. If you turn and tuck your tail and leave the Strait of Horus, and because you know it's been reported that Iran done told the people, anybody want to come through here, number one, we're not gonna let you come through here if you messing with the U.S. That's number one. And then number two, if you think you're gonna come through here, you got to pay a fee, and it's got to be in Chinese money because the dollar bill is not worth anything. If you do that and they go after our friends and then we lose our imports and exports, that's going to put the U.S. in a bad situation. And they've been done said that it'll be September before we really feel the pinch. The pinch mean running out of food, running out of gas, running out of water, etc., etc. So, you know, my wheels, they never stop spinning. They always spinning. I'm always trying to piece something together and figure it out. And I said, wait just a minute. Y'all still throwing money in the air. Y'all still changing rules and laws about how you can start up a business and how, you know, the banks don't need no documents to give you these loans and you can get all of this money. And I've always thought I think he's trying to make us self-sufficient before we get over here and fight, right? Start your business, find your niche, you know, be a cook, be a farmer, be whatever you want to be. But everybody start doing something so that we don't have to always buy our stuff from over there. Because think about it. It's not one thing in your house that you can pick up that don't say made from China. Everything you got from the TV to the dresser to the dining room table to the recliner to the lawnmower, everything got a tag on it and the tag say made in China. So if we want to be self-sufficient, we would have to start creating businesses that will produce all of the things that we was getting from over there. Now, I mean, come on. We know the reason we was getting them from over there because we was getting them for dirt dog cheap, right? You can place an order in China for 100 t-shirts and they may ship them to you for about $50. But hell, you can't make two t-shirts over here without paying 50 times three. So we got to find a way to self-sustain, and I don't think anybody is thinking about that. We're just watching the gas prices go up. We're watching the food prices go up. You know, we're watching all of this, but nobody's thinking about how to put ourselves in a better position, be better prepared, so that when the shit hits the fan, we won't be as bad off as what they anticipate us being. Because I think if we walk away from the Strait of Horus, not only is Homeboy gonna sling some of that good shit over here, but I do believe we gonna have a problem. Now, over there on X, they keep saying like they ain't got no missiles that can fly over here and reach us. Well, Iran might not, but I bet you China do. I bet you Russia do. And given the fact that China done gave Iran some of their good, juicy, high tech technology, bullets and missiles and et cetera, we don't know what Iran might be able to do or not do. So instead of us focusing on what they may or may not do, we need to focus on what we need to do to try to stand alone. Because it seems to me like we're ostracizing ourselves, we're alienating ourselves from our other friends. Because if we leave, not only is that going to put us in a bad position, but if Irania, if the leader over there is gangster, then while he's sending them hard, them big busters over here to hit us, he might as well go on and start hitting some of our friends that wouldn't help us just to prove a point. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's something to think about. I do know I was paying $3.99 for gas. It was $3.89. It went up to $3.99. Next week when went back, it was $5.45. I said the nigga didn't even give me a 50 cent raise. He gave me a whole $2 raise on the gas. Like, child, thank God I only have a car and not a big ass gas guzzling truck. California really is not the place to be riding motorcycles. But I believe a bitch like me gonna have to go get me an electric scooter, electric bike, or some child, so I can try to cut back on this gas spending because things about to get out of hand. Now the man at work, we had a little man that came to fix the air conditioner at the job today. We were standing outside talking. And he said that his people in the military is telling him gas is being they guesstimating that the gas is going to go up to $10 a gallon. Can you imagine having to pay $10 a gallon for gas? I can't. My mind can't even wrap around $10 a gallon for gas because if it takes, let's break it down. At $4, let's just play with the numbers, small numbers, so that you can keep up with me. But $4 a gallon for gas, right? And say your car drives 32 miles a gallon, and it may take, I don't know, $50 currently to fill up your tank at $4. Well, just guess at how much $10 a gallon is going to cost you to fill up your tank. Now you finna start going into the hundreds of dollars. Whereas I was paying 50 to fill up my tank. When I go back next month, I'm gonna pay 150 to fill up my tank. And a filled up tank only lasts me for a week. So if I'm spending 150 a week for gas, that's $600 a month. That's a car payment. That's damn near rent. That's cell phone insurance and internet and electric bill, right? $600 a month. You done got rid of all of the hoopty cars. Now you got everything digital and hybrid and electric and all of this. Listen, y'all may think that electric shit is cute, but personally, I barely want to go to the gas station to fill up with gas. I damn sure don't want to turn around and have to park in the parking space and plug it up and turn around and pay them for the electricity because there's no way to escape the gas unless you're riding a bike or you skating to work. It's no way around it. If you get an electric car, the people with electric cars are still paying to charge their cars. They have to pay. So it's really kind of no way around it. And I wish we as a society would focus more on creating and building our own niche so that we can try to self-sustain when everything is said and done. But I don't know. So, Be with the T, shout out to Be with the T. She reported that Lotto and Ice Spice has got some funny business going on over there. Now they saying that Lotto done made some little comments that she might be pregnant, and we heard that about a month or two ago that she was pregnant, but I haven't seen her pooch just yet. They also report that between Lotto and Ice Spice, they done went through their Instagram page and deleted everything. So their page, both of their pages say no posts. So the girls are suspecting that Ice Spice and Lotto are about to do a collab, And so this is the drama that they bring in before the collab so that they can surprise us. But you know the internet be watching everything. So it won't be a surprise to some. Maybe others, but not some. Let's see, what else? What else was they talking about today? I wasn't online very long, but I saw that during my lunch break. What else are they talking about? It's been a lot of funny business going on. You know, Shakari Richardson, she got locked up. Some type of a moving violation. Who else went to jail? We got quite a few celebrities out here that went to jail for various reasons, and I don't know what's up with that. Well, damn, we need to pack. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah. um, I don't know. I don't know. Something's going on over there with Nicki Minaj and her husband, Mr. Petty. But it's like they talking in code, like they don't want to come out and say it. But let's get down to the meat and potatoes. Let's talk about 50 Cent. 50 Cent is a petty mother. Shut your mouth. Yes, he is. He was over there fighting with Ti. Then Clarissa decides she want to put her 2 cents in it. Then Pap want to put his 2 cents in it. Some other dude done put his 2 cents in it. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Y'all know 50 ain't the one. He had been done pulled your bones out the closet and made a documentary on your ass because they say he is docking Ti and them down. Now I haven't seen anything on social media, but I have not gone to Netflix, and you know that's where he be putting the stuff that they say is on Netflix. So I'm gonna have to go to Netflix and look up and see if I can find the documentaries because I definitely want to see what he's reporting. Now they saying he bringing up old stuff like the women who said they was drugged and taken advantage of in a sexual manner. A lot of stuff. He then busted Clarissa. Said she was messing with some dude, Mendingo Boogie or whatever his name was, and he's a dude that practices polygamy. So she claims she don't know him, but they got video of him in the car with her. They had been going out. He got her in the strip club. He been out with her at several places. He was at her house for her birthday while Pap was somewhere else. It you know it just it's never. Whoa. It's never ending when it comes to 50. He always gonna pull a trick out his bag, but I definitely want to know what he got going on. Eminem is going through something. Sierra and Russell seem to be doing pretty good. And Little Future, he is growing up. He is doing his thug thizzle. Him and his stepdad are very, very close, and I'm very proud and excited about that because a lot of men that you get with, they never bother to form a bond with the kids that you already had with somebody else. So I like that. Um, what else? Cardi B, bless her heart, she's supposed to be messing with this soccer player. That's what they reporting that she messing with some soccer dude. But he like bright almost white like her. And we know that Cardi like her men chocolate. So now if she changing flavors, that could mean something. I don't give a damn what flavor she choose, frankly. What I really want her to do is close her goddamn legs and put a padlock down there and close that kitty up because she running around here. She act like she trying to be a Mrs. Future or a Mrs. Nick Cannon. Like this motherfucker act like, and you know I love me some Cardi B, but she act like she want to build a football team. Like, bitch, damn, you got four now with two different baby daddies. So now you're gonna come up with five, have three baby daddies, six, have four baby daddies, seven, have five baby daddies. Like, girl, I know you are Dominican and all of that, but that is not your culture. You are not a rabbit. And you do not have to breed like rabbits and guinea pigs. I don't get it with her, but I hope she's happy, whatever she's doing. I just hope she don't come up with no more babies. And I hope she is somebody on her team is sitting her down and letting her know maybe that's why your record label cut your budget because they can't trust what you gonna do next. Because if you come up with another baby, we may not get another album for another 7 years. So She clearly is not thinking about that because the way I understand them 300, them 360 deals is that you have to get them a certain number of albums in a certain amount of time, and you have to make a certain amount of money in a certain amount of time to stay on the good leg with them. Now I don't think they gonna threaten to let her go or nothing because she's definitely making good money for them. But apparently she don't give a damn about none of that when it comes down to her having kids because I believe she said she doesn't believe in aborting children. So that means she'll never abort one, no matter how many times she get pregnant. Um, I mean, and that's to each his own. Who else was in the headlines? Dochi is making some waves. I'm seeing more and more of her. Shout out to damn, I forgot his name that quick with his fine ass. He just won an Oscar. Michael B. Jordan. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan for his Oscar win. Um, he is funny, funny. And also, now I'm hearing that Lori Harvey is still messing with the Alba boy, the Edris boy, uh, from the UK. I thought they had broke up, but apparently they still out kicking in La Vida Loca. I have no idea who the. You talking about Michael B. Jordan? He the black guy that played in Sinners. I haven't seen Sinners, but from what I heard, he played two different people, and I guess that's what got him the Oscar. Now some of the people at the Oscars was mad because they wanted Kylie Jenner's boyfriend Timothy McVeigh to win an Oscar, and he was upset about it. Him and his people was upset that Michael B. Jordan got it. But I don't even know what Timothy McVeigh do, whatever his name is. I don't even know if he an actor, a singer, a guitarist. I don't know what he do or why he felt he needed an Oscar. But apparently he played somewhere in something and he felt like he needed something. So Timothy, if you listen, you and Kyle, if y'all listening, you need to learn from the Jenner and the Kardashian clan, honey. Go find somebody to sleep with and buy your way, sleep your way, suck your way into an Oscar. That's what the rest of them doing. So you should get on board. He deserves all the awards. Girl, he is so fine. He is so fine. The woman you were talking about, Dochi. Oh, Dochi. She is a black woman. Dark skinned, beautiful black woman. Thin, she's singing, she's moving up in the world. I'm looking at Tyler kind of left-eyed because Tyler is starting to give me that bougie type of vibe, and I didn't get that from her at first, but now she's turning into something else. So it'll be interesting to see how long she stays on top. Um, I'm also waiting to see when Cardi is going to go back to the big screen and acting. Um, I'm gonna have to look up Nikki. I know y'all heard that Beyonce mama Tina Knowles had a stand, Mama Tina's down in Houston in Texas at the fairgrounds, and she was selling gumbo, had the people sick and throwing up and diarrhea and everything. And the lady called and reported her to the health department, child, and they came right on down to the fair and shut her booth down. But apparently, since then, it has reopened. So now the people are saying that the food inspector people, what had happened was she was supposed to have prepared the food at an approved establishment and then transferred it. Come to find out, they prepared the food at an unapproved establishment, transferred it to the grounds, and then didn't even have everything stored properly. So when you're dealing with seafood, you have to be very careful with that because you get hold of some bad seafood, it can take you out. So I don't know, girl. Why haven't you seen Sinners, girl? I don't know. I think because when I first saw an advertisement of it, it gave me that slave master type of thing, and I don't do good with that. I saw Roots, but I ain't seen no more slave. Yes, sir, master. No, sir, master. And you can't use the bathroom. You can. I saw. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. Roots wasn't the only one. Um, Taraji P Henson and the other lady that played in The Help, they played in the movie with Kevin. Kevin, what is his name? Fine ass. Kevin played in The Bodyguard with Whitney Houston. He was her bodyguard. Whatever his name is, he's with his fine ass. He's a white man. She played in a movie with him, and it was one of those movies that was segregated where the black people only could use black bathrooms and had to sit in the back, and they had a white coffee pot and a black coffee pot anyway. Very smart. I watched that, and I didn't really care for that too much. I mean, I liked her acting, and I like, the gist of the movies, but I don't do good with watching the segregation again. It makes me angry because when I see that stuff in real life, sometimes I get triggered, and so I definitely don't want to watch it on TV. I heard Django was good with Jamie Foxx and Gamora Lee's ex-husband. I didn't watch it. It was too much. I couldn't watch it. I don't give a damn about Miss Tina. Girl, you and me neither. Especially when she cooking. Now she started at the sewing machine. That's where she need to stay. Speaking of Miss Tina, they said the people is out here talking shit about Beyonce's hair care stuff, and Cardi B done came out with a some hair care stuff, and of course they're comparing the two. I don't think there's any comparison, even though we've seen both of their real hair, but we do know that Beyonce wears K-tips. And speaking of K-tips has become very popular. You can go get K-tips ranging from $1,900 all the way to $4,000. Now, it's interesting to watch them do K-tips. It's very time consuming. But what's interesting for me is, for instance, I have 4C hair. So I have to keep a perm on it, honey. Y'all will see these kentes blowing and showing. So for a person that has 4C hair, I would suspect you definitely would be needing a perm. And if they install K-tips on you, when you go back in 2 or 3 weeks just to get a wash and a condition, how do they straighten your your roots? Because how can you have a head full of, yaki or bone straight hair, but your roots is nappy, looking like they about to be an afro? I'm very interested to know how do they straighten your roots so that your roots somewhat match the K-tips. I don't know, and I've not seen anybody with bad K-tips other than the people that need to go in and get them redone. But that's because you can wear K-tips anywhere from what 3 to 6 months, I think. And they say they hold real good as long as you keep going in for your regular maintenance, your shampoos and conditioners and whatnot. But those are interesting, and I would definitely be interested in some feather K-tips, but I'm not willing to spend $4,000 on that right now. So, um, yeah. Kevin Costner, that's right, that's him. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, she played in, and I want to say it was The Help, but I don't know if it was to help. I just know that they was, she was very smart. She got a job down there with the astronauts and whatnot somewhere, and she was a secretary, and she was having to triangulate the latitude and the longitude and all of the things, and she was having to go to the bathroom, and he told her one day, "God damn, what is you doing in the bathroom for 40 minutes? My God, where is it you going?" She said, "Sir, they don't have no bathroom over here for black folks." And she went off, and I enjoyed that movie, but I didn't like the segregated part of it. That bothered me, girl. That was a mess. It was. So yeah, I think that's what scared me away from Sinners, and I just was kind of like, I don't think I'm gonna watch that because I don't, I don't know. But since he didn't won an Oscar, I don't know. Maybe I'll take a look at it and give it a try and see what they say. So, okay, good. My family made it back home. She out there flying. I watched a man try to go home in Asia from the States, and it took him 40 hours to get there. And baby, he was going through it. They was delaying flights, canceling flights, and having to give him food vouchers and all the thing, drink vouchers, and I don't even know why anybody would want to be flying right now with everything that's going on, because you never know. I mean, they didn't claim that somebody done sent some drones over here. They threatened to send some drones. Somebody suspecting that they could be on a boat close on the west coast over here, ready to release a buttload of drones to get us. But I wouldn't want to be flying all around the world right now because oh, what I told you, get somewhere and sit down. Don't be going international. Don't travel international because everything is going on. But people don't listen, and then they get mad when they leave and go to Dubai and can't get back. They get stuck over there. But to each his own. Um, what else? What else? I gotta go watch Timothy Blame because I saw a caption on one of his videos today where he was saying that Dukiana wanted to send $200 billion somewhere else. Um, I didn't watch the video; I just saw the caption, so I don't really know what that's about. I told my notifications do not disturb. Hang on. Okay, they still on do not disturb. I don't know why the notifications is coming through, but at least it's not kicking me out. So, um, yeah, that's what's going on. And um, speaking on weather, California has been up this week to 98 degrees. And we're supposed to be going in the spring, but it feels very much like we went straight from winter to summer. And I've said that all the time. California only has two seasons, hot and cold. We don't have no in between. I come from a state where we have all four seasons. You have winter, spring, summer, and fall. But that that's not the case up here. While we up here on fire, other places is freezing and having windstorms and hail and all of the things. So y'all be safe, be careful, and y'all know I've been saying for the last 5 or 6 years, stock up on your water. Make sure you got plenty of water, plenty of toilet tissue, some canned goods, candles, batteries, because where I'm at, they've been doing all of these scheduled maintenances with the electric cutting the power off and doing maintenance, and the internet then had outages and all this. So something big is rearing up, and I don't know what it is because I've been really trying to stay away from the underground. I don't want to go back to the underground no more for a minute because it kind of got a little heavy on me. You know, uh, last time I was down there, it can be depressing. It can definitely be overwhelming. But since all of the files are released, it's nice to be able to watch other people be able to share the information like I was trying to share it and not have any problems. Now those platforms are different than YouTube. YouTube not gonna let you share nothing, and if you do, I guess you got to be the right color. Either way, TikTok, X, Facebook, Instagram, they are spilling all the tea, and I love it. Now, one of my people that I follow on Instagram, he was doing a video this morning, and he said that ICE is in North Carolina, and like Minnesota, Hilton in North Carolina said, "Oh, baby, you can't stay here. Y'all reservations have been canceled." Well, apparently it was more than 100 ICE agents up there. So when they ended up going a little bit out further away from town and finding a room, somebody told the folks where they was at, said, them people went up there to wherever it was they were staying, and baby put every tire on flat, and whatever tire wasn't shredded and on flat, they took the whole damn tire off the cars and trucks. So when ICE woke up the next morning and went to get in their vehicles and leave, said, "Hun, they ain't going nowhere. They got to have all these vehicles towed at, have tires brought in or something." So the people are definitely turning on ICE. They giving them all the smoke. Um, I'm brave. What I'm brave about, JB? Girl, I don't have the energy. I have too much of my own personal stuff going on. I don't have the energy to go back, to the underground. But hey, the people are finding out. The files are out there, and if they don't want to read it, they can tune in. All it take you to do if you on TikTok and Instagram and X and Meta, all you have to do is when you see a couple of those videos where they're talking about what's going on in the files, is like the video and or make a comment, and then more of those videos will start to come down your timeline. The underground girl, well, hell, you roll with me the whole time, JB. You roll with me the whole time, girl. So you know what we went through, and you know the hell I lost the whole channel behind it. So you know what we went through, but I'm just happy that the people are finding out. That was That was, I think, the most, I'm going to go ahead and say, important thing for me back then, because it was shocking enough for me to find out. And of course, I was deep diving, researching, going to Congress.gov. You know, JB, you know, I was going everywhere to try to validate everything. And as I was validating and finding out it was true, I was just thinking, had it not been for Momo, I may have never found out. So I wanted to make sure I shared that with my people. I wanted my people to know what was going on and how bad the people have lied and how they've done us. And when I was sitting up here trying to debate on if I was going to go live a few minutes ago, I was looking through some of my shorts and some of my posts and videos from 5 6 years ago, and I was just watching them, and I thought, man, I still, because this channel hasn't really been affected. I could see all of the copyright claims that I had against me. I had a copyright claim from my Bible video the other night, but they didn't. It didn't affect the channel because it was the music that I was playing. But this channel's not monetized, so I didn't really care. Right? We was up all night, girl, all through the night, girl. So I'm just glad for those who care. They're on social media. They're listening. They're seeing. They're reading, and hopefully they're researching. So, now I feel better. Now the rest of the world can just go ham. Go on and teach the people and tell them, hey, Lorraine. Hey, baby. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. And thank you guys for the likes. I appreciate you. So yeah, I'm proud that the people is out here telling people. Now, there's still a lot of people that just refuse to believe it, but a lot of those people are not on social media, and a lot of those people are not researching. They're not interested in researching because they're thinking, acting, and talking from emotion. They're not interested in facts. But in a minute, they're gonna find out. Now, I had a little bit of a tiff with somebody. I'm not gonna call no names or go into specifics, but I had a little bit of a tiff with somebody the other night because they were up still mad at me for trying to bring information to them. And I remember when it came time to vote, they were thinking that I was going to vote for him, and they was asking me, did I vote for him? And I listened. I said, well, I'm not going to get into that because it'll create bigger problems. But I will say this: back at the time, I was in agreement with some of the things that he talked about wanting to do. I just didn't care for the manner in which he did them. Just like with this Jeffrey shit and Iran. I don't know if the people even know why we really over there messing with Iran. I think a lot of them believe it has something to do with Israel, when the reality of it is Israel is in play, I think, because that's where Jeff at. And they done verified him on TikTok. They say Jeff got a TikTok and he has been verified. Now we know he over there in Israel. They already got him on camera. But the fact that he would make a TikTok page, and I don't have a TikTok, so I just saw it on social media. I don't know if he's making videos, if he's posting, but it'll be interesting to see what is it he posting, what is it he's doing, and what is he's telling. And here's the thing with me: as long as the people thought he was dead, I shouldn't have said that word. As long as people thought he was gone, I was thinking, well, out of sight, out of mind. I can only imagine where he is or what he's doing. But now, since they're not trying to hide it no more, and they don't care if we know, then it make me wonder, well, hell, is he finna start the shit up all over again? Do he got another backup, Allen, and him and his friends finna start some more? Because I'm still upset that our people knew the whole time, and y'all let it happen. So I don't know, but it brings a lot of stuff to mind. And again, I be trying not to think on it and research and look onto it. She said he's not what, Lorraine? He he he's not what, baby? He not gonna start back up messing with the children? You saying? Are you saying he not on TikTok? They say he got a verified badge on TikTok. Now, I don't know, I ain't never had a TikTok, so I don't know how it worked, but If it's anything like Meta, if it's anything like Instagram, oh no, oh yeah, we know he not. We know what they've been showing him in Israel. Yeah, Jeff is over there in Israel while his girlfriend and her brother is over here in Quebec, Canada. Oh yeah, they got them all on video. So the people who not on social media, who's not listening, watching, researching, they and when they see her in the penitentiary on TV, they think they really looking at her. They don't have a clue. They not interested. They don't believe in body doubles. They don't believe in clones. And I even like, for instance, tried to show my mom. I said, baby, all of them have body doubles and clones. And I said, here, let me show you the bad boys, right? Will Smith and the Martin Lawrence look like over there in what, Jamaica or Bahamas somewhere. I say, you see how much they look like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, but it's not them. I say, but if they cleaned them up a little bit, they could easily trick us. Now, mind you, over on X, you got the man that did the work for him over there talking. And he telling them, he said, yeah, this is what we do. Sometimes they have to have surgery. They'll operate on them to get them to look as close to the twin as they possibly can. He said they do hair replacement, they do facial, they do body sculpture, all of this, make them lose weight. They spend time at a camp. They spend months at a camp learning a person's mannerisms and how they look, walk, act, talk, and all of the things. It's like, wow, wait a minute. Because, back in the day when I was trying to bring it to y'all, if somebody got up on the camera and showed their face and told a secret, we couldn't find them the next week. They poof disappeared. So we know that was a no-no. Don't get on there showing your face. But if you watching how everything is moving, for instance, they done jumped up and told everybody that Google gonna read your email and your messages and all of this. Well, they probably already been reading them, but they've been making all of these changes in the updates on your computer, in the updates on your phone. All of this stuff has been going on, and at the end of the day, it's still about control because they want to know who said what, who, where they at, who is she, who is her family, who. Like you still kind of have to be careful. Let me check into that. You think Oprah has one? Probably, probably. Because here's the thing: anybody that's done got snatched up, aka pinched, and sent over there to Gitmo, they have one. They have a double. Because the world wasn't ready to tell us that she is part of the Naughty crew, that she was a part of the Epstein clique. So when they snatched her, they had to leave somebody behind to give the impression that she was still alive and she was still around. I just don't know. Well, I mean, ain't no need in repeating it, but it's just kind of like just tell the people already. Hell, and stop keeping secrets. But they ain't gonna do it. You know, I'm like, if you just tell the people in that way, but hey, how you gonna tell the lies, tricks, thieves, and murderers that you coming after them if you tell the whole world? Now you give them a chance to run and hide. You give them a chance to destroy evidence. You give them a chance to try to get rid of important information. Which again, that blackmail stuff that's over there in Iran, them videos and some old messages and stuff. Hey, apparently they need that to snatch up some of the rest of these bad people that ain't been snatched up. Because think about it. Remember when they said they went over there and got the cartel man, Incho, or whatever his name is from Mexico? And then Mexico went into the airport, started shooting and taking hostages and burning shit up because they was mad because they took him out. And I came on here and asked y'all, who took him out? Was it us that took him out or was it Mexico? Come to find out, it was Mexican military that took him out, but it was because we had been in talks with Mexico and said that he got something we want. And if y'all let us come and get it, we'll tell you exactly where he at so y'all can get him. And then when they went over there and got the paperwork, and then they took out Incho, what did we find out? The paperwork that Incho had all of the congressmen, your politicians, your senators, and stuff on there that had been a part of the trafficking and all of the other stuff. I thought we knew about all of them. Apparently, we didn't. It was some that had been hidden that was sleepers. We didn't know about, but they know about them now. And the funny thing that I find is we watch the videos and the news off of Real Raw News. As we watch them over there talking to Admiral Crandall, first thing they do is start snitching out the rest of them. So it's kind of funny to me because you're finding out who's missing by those that think snitching will save their life, and maybe they cutting deals. Maybe they cutting deals. If you don't end my life, then I'll tell you something. Well, you can tell us, but we're gonna give you life over here, so you'll never leave. Well, I'm still gonna tell you anyway, so long as you don't take me out. You know, it's a hot mess. They need to redo the Jim girl, cause Jim, we know Jim been gone. Jim been gone. Demons exist. Yes, they do, Lorraine. Yes, they do. And I don't know what came over me the other night, but I was on the phone and I was on the phone and then I was talking. And then I was scrolling through social media when this clip came up. And I don't know, I was just convicted all of a sudden. The spirit hit me. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna talk about faith without works is dead. Just because you pray, if you're not taking action, if you're not on a mission to work towards what it is you're asking God to help you with, then he can't help you because you ain't serious about it, you ain't real about it. So I was just convicted. I'm so glad BBK no smoking. I know, right? Girl, I was stressed out today, child. But I have to say, I've I've smoked so long that I don't think I realized what the changes in your body when you stop. For instance, I'm not eating as much because the munches will get you. I'm sleeping more. I'm sleeping better. It's just quite a few. I can get a lot of stuff done if I don't mess with it because I have found out that a lot of times I can get started, like, cleaning, washing, doing this, and I need a break. And so I'll go outside, but then when I come in, I'm trying to finish, and it's like, well, let me fix something to eat real quick. And then I eat, and then I get niggeritis, and I'm like, okay, well, let me lay down and take a nap. And so it doesn't really help me finish what it is I need to do. Now, if I got to get in the car and run errands, then that's a different story. That's a different monster. But if I'm at the house, that means I'm too close to the bed. And anytime I feel I need to lay down, that's exactly what the hell I'm going to do. So it has been different. And I haven't really had a craving for it. I had a craving for it today, but I did not go down and do it. I just smoked a cigarette, called it a day, came onto the house. Thank you, Jesus, for letting me make it safe. And then I said, let me come on and go live. And then I got to thinking, you know what, maybe I'll start putting up some videos because something that I had been thinking about was I see a lot of the people talking about, I guess there's a child's app called Roblox, either Roadblocks or Roblox. I don't know which one because I ain't got no kids and grandkids up here with me. My grandkids back home. But they say that they got a lot of funny stuff on that app, and they telling the people, watch your kids, watch your kids. You don't know what's on that app, and the people is on there, and they after your children. I have seen news videos, police videos, mama, daddy, auntie, grandma videos where the kids is on the Roblox and then all of a sudden they not in the bed when mom and daddy going there to kiss them goodnight. They not there. They running around looking for them. The little bad motherfuckers then got up and left the house, walked down to the bus, caught the bus. Once they going to meet the man about a dog, and they don't even know their life in danger. So, that's unfortunate because, my first question is what could that adult have possibly told that child to give them the kahunas enough to sneak out the house to come and meet them? Like, that's dangerous. That's scary. Are you offering them Wendy's and Chick-fil-A or ice cream? Like, nigga, what? And I be needing to hear from two. Thank you. You welcome, baby. You welcome. So, a lot of y'all that was here with me back then, y'all know what we went through, and I feel more relieved right now. I don't feel the stressed out to tell you. So, I'm sitting around thinking, well, what can I do to get back into the videos? Because, I think you guys may like it more and appreciate it more if I went back to visuals, like when I was doing the plot gun. A lot of people didn't care for it because it was animated, and I was thinking, well, maybe I could create a channel for kids, right? And make it educational, like helping to teach them how to speak Spanish, maybe using Rosanna Stone, and maybe even teaching them how to speak Chinese, which I ain't never studied Chinese, but hell, we can learn together. Just doing cartoons about the dangers of messing with strangers and safety issues and how to handle bullies at school and things like that. Yes, Lord. Yeah. So, but it's like I don't know, and then I'm thinking, well, maybe I could make some of these clips and I don't know, put them on one of my Instagram pages and get it going from over there. I don't know. It's a lot. It definitely takes a lot of work. I'll say that it takes a lot of work, a lot of time when you editing videos and creating content using different apps and things like that. It is very time consuming, but I would like to do that because my work hours changed and I work 6 to 3. My body is not used to that. It's used to getting up super early in the morning because I was doing 7 to 4. So the wake up part, that part is fine. That hasn't changed. But getting home at 3:30, my body be like, okay, bitch, we at the house. I'm tired. I don't know what you gonna do, but I'm about to lay us down for a little bit. And before you know it, I done just laid back on the bed. And when I wake up, I've been asleep 5 hours. I'm still fully clothed, shoes still on, feet hanging off the edge of the bed. I ain't took my bra off. I'm just sleep, makeup, everything. That means I'm dog tired. I woke up the other night, slob was dried upside my face, on my nose. I was like, well, damn, what was I rubbing my face in, bitch? Because you deep sleep. You got to try to peel your eyeballs and shit open. And, I got up and went in there and washed my face, started getting out of my clothes, and I was like, I'm hungry. And I'm like, girl, it is 9:30. It's too late to be cooking and eating. So I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna run up to McDonald's. So if I don't get into something busy, I feel like I'm gonna put myself back in a position that will cause me to gain weight. And I think with me trying to stop smoking, that's already put me in a position to eat more. But I've been nibbling on a lot of fruits and peanuts and stuff. So, but I gotta stop going to sleep when I get home because even when I set an alarm, I'm not waking up till like 9ish, and then I'm up till 12:30. By the time I fall asleep, it's 1 o'clock. Well, hell, at 2:15, the alarm going off again, and then I do it all over again. So I need to find something that'll keep me up. Maybe if I can just stay up, stay awake until maybe 9 o'clock, and then go to bed, I think that's fine. But I done went to the doctor's office, child, talking about something wrong with my sleep pattern. And he asked me a question, I answered, and he said, "Well, it's about right." He said, "It's okay for you to go to bed at 7 or 7:30. That's fine." He said, "You need a good 8 hours." I said, "Nigga, I'm not used to getting 8 hours sleep. And hell, 8 hours or 10 hours. When I wake up, I still feel like I went to bed hung over. So goddamn, I don't want to sleep that long if that's how I'm gonna feel. Cause I'm used to only getting about 3 or 4 hours sleep anyway, and I wake up fine. I don't have no problem. I'm trying to cut back on the coffee I'm drinking at work, trying to lead the cat. Like it's so much stuff I'm trying to change and do better. And I'm hoping and praying that God bless me with one of these lottery tickets to hit something real quick. So then I don't even have to worry about going to work. But let's speak about the lottery real quick, because I want to tell y'all something. Stay strong, nearly 61. I sincerely overstand. Okay, Lorraine. Menopause. Okay, JB, don't put it on me, girl. Don't put it on me, girl. I ain't gonna even get started talking about that. But let me tell you about the lottery. So this one man came up on my timeline, and he was talking about the do's and the don'ts with lottery winnings. And yes, I have watched thousands of videos about people who hit the lottery. And when I say hit, I'm talking hit hundreds of millions of dollars, not pesos, not pesos, not chang, yang, or wang, dollars. And shit, in 6 months, they broken homeless. So the man said everybody that hits the lottery wants to cash out. That means they want a cash in full because you have an option when you play the lottery. You can be paid annually for 30 years until they pay you out the 400 million that you won, or we can just run you your cash, but you won't get the 300 million when the lottery get through taking they half 50%. Then you got to turn around and pay the three wise men. The eye to the y'all know who the three wise men. You got to pay them. Well, hell, when you get through, you ain't gonna have but maybe about 100 million. Well, I said, well, 100 million is fine. That's okay with me. I ain't tripping. I ain't greedy. But the reality of it is, um, I ain't got 30 years on this earth. I don't know if God want me on this earth for 30 years, so I needs all of mine before he called me home. But if I had 30 years easy, if I thought I had another 30 years of life left in me, I would take the annual payment. Why? Because the man said if you hit for 300 and you take the annual payment, you get all 300. You still got to pay the three wise men. Ain't no way around that, but at least you get the 300 in full instead of just ending up with 900. Oh, excuse me, not 900, 90 million. Instead of getting 300, you're only going to get 90 because you wanted to have it all in cash. So apparently, if you do it annually, then I guess the state lottery commission can't get their 50%. So I don't know, but that's just food for thought. Something I wanted to share with y'all. Just run me my money, okay, okay, JB. We gotta think at the situation that we in right now. We really gotta think smarter. We gotta do better with how we plot and strategize because things are not like they should be. Right now, rest is necessary all the time. Let God work. I have been thinking to play the lottery and urge in my spirit. Girl, let me tell you something. Whenever you need some lottery numbers or you want some tickets, you know you can always holler at your girl. Look store right around the corner. I can go pick you up some tickets real quick and send them to you. At least send you the pictures of them. And yes, honey, yes, ma'am. Never a problem. Um, for a minute, I think I had fell into a gambling addiction for a minute because I remember when was that? That was back in 20. Let me see. That was in 23. Let's see. 23, 24. Yeah, that was back in 23 and 24. Girl, I was at the liquor store every day, like clockwork. Wasn't buying number lottery tickets. And when and between two pay periods, I came up, well, I shouldn't say within 2 weeks. Like I got paid 1 week, and then 2 weeks later I got paid again. In them 2 weeks, I discovered I had spent $475 on lottery tickets and scratchers. And out of that 400 and something dollars, I only won 125, which I'll put right back on some more tickets. So I had to step away from the lottery for a minute because I was like, God damn, you giving them all your money. You ain't winning shit. So I had to fall back. So then I said, this is how I narrow it down is I look at how much is on the table first. If it get to more than 100 million on the table, then I'll go ahead and get me about two or three tickets. I was buying tickets for me, my mama, my coworker. I had the office doing tickets like it was a hot mess. So I said I have to be careful. Oh damn! What if? Wait a minute, hang on, I missed something. I have three pick tickets. I still haven't checked a month ago. You can always go on the website, JB, and check it and find out. I promise. What advice would you like to give it What advice would you like to give it to your 20s? I'm not 20 anymore, baby, but for 20-year-olds, if you got it like that, go for it. Otherwise, do what you do. I still would say if you're 20 years old and that's more of a reason for you to take the annual payments. That way you'll get all of your winnings and not just a portion, small portion of them. You got to split them between the state and the three wise men. Yeah, I never would, but it now. But right now, hugging your channel. Thank you, Libra Butterfly. Appreciate you, babe. Okay, good night, love bug. Smooches. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I would do if you're younger. Take the annual payments. And my thing is this: ain't no day promised to you. You know what I'm saying? It's all in God's hand. It's God's plan on how long He gonna let you be here. And so, like JB, my thoughts is, well, go on and give me my money now so I can get a chance to spend it because hell, something could happen to me while I'm going up there to get my money. And I've always said, if God just so happened to bless me to hit that motherfucker, you can best believe I'm going to Party City and get a mask and a wig and gloves. And when I go up there and they cut the camera on, child, you're not gonna be able to know it's me because as soon as motherfucker know it's you, here come all your family and friends, sicko motherfuckers you don't even know, talking about they your third cousin from your 10th cousin, your third auntie, her 16th child, and all this shit. Girl, ain't nobody got time for that. The scammers and creepers in the bushes waiting to try to rob you. Bitch, ain't nobody carrying 300 million in their pocket. Is you crazy? You gonna grab an empty pocketbook and I'm gonna let you grab the empty pocket. Like, I'm not gonna fight you over that pocketbook. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, wow, stay childless and don't marry and take care of yourself. Well, I got children and I am divorced and I'm trying to take care of myself. Cause baby, I tell you, with the shit that they putting in this food, you really, really have to do more than just eat healthy. Like, you gotta exercise, and I've been doing Tai Chi for about 2 weeks. Now they say I was supposed to be able to see a difference. I have not been consistent with it because in the morning time I be groggy and I wake up and sometimes I start moving before I think about it. But for the most part, I get up, I do my Tai Chi, then I jump in the shower, then I start getting ready for work. So it's kind of intermittent, but as soon as I get on a dedicated schedule, I think I'll be able to see a difference. Um, yeah. So, how they go. But yeah, so other than that, that's all that I know that's going on. I know they own Jay-Z real tough about his particular play in the Epstein fiasco, but I don't know. He's a power player. Who knows? And Beyonce just as guilty. So it's interesting to me that a lot of people that was on the hit list that I shared with y'all years ago, it's funny how they laid up and had a number of kids just back to back to back. Cardi did it. Beyonce did it. Angelina did it. Theo. Charlize Theron. She did it. Who else? Yeah. Now they passed a ballot or a bill the other day, and that was it today or yesterday? They passed the bill, and ain't nobody talking about it. So this is tea. They passed a bill that says if you were an illegal immigrant over here and you were involved in government fraud, for instance, getting food stamps, housing, all of that, that you will be immediately deported to your wherever the hell you come from or wherever they sending them. My thing is, well, y'all trying to deport them anyway. So what do the government fraud have to do with it? I don't want to hear nothing about you sending them nowhere other than the penitentiary if they get hemmed up for fraud. Because anybody that's guilty of fraud need to be hemmed up. It don't matter whether they illegal, legal, or whatever. They need to do, they need to do time. But hey, poetic, hey baby, hey sugar wigger. So you know how that is. And KB Poetic Justice is here now. I did see a lady doing a video. Well, I only saw the heading. I didn't get to listen to the video. It's kind of hard sometimes at work with the phone ringing and the emails. It make me miss a lot. But they was talking about that deal whisperer guy again, and what he was doing. And you know what was interesting to me, the last video I had heard, it was funny that he had still been in jail, and I was wondering why his friends or his boyfriend or girlfriend didn't go and bond him out. Like, why would you stay locked up? Because you know you had a mouth on you. You was always talking about this, that, and third. So why your homies didn't come get you? Because you know at the end of the day, his people was talking shit. I wish I could remember that nigga's name. He was over there talking shit about this, that, and the third. And I didn't say nothing in the chat because I was on the wrong page when I was watching it. But I wanted to get in the chat and say, well, I tell you what, you take your big bad ass over there to a house and see what happened. Trust and believe you may not get the police called on you, but I bet she got something else for your ass. You won't have to worry about going nowhere else. But I said, you know what, you're on the wrong page. Don't say nothing. Don't start. Don't start nothing. Y'all keep thinking it's a joke if you want to. Caleb 5162, a little baby accident switch to a child playing old school with inspiration. Okay, no disrespect. I don't know who Caleb 5162 is, baby. Oh, look. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see, I think the people feel like because a person comes into money and because they're a celebrity, and I think the people think that because people, you know, people are always watching and this, that, and the other. I think they think that these people are, I don't know, too bougie or something to do. Like for instance, the woman that was at the restaurant that spit in the transgender's face. Like, what would make you think it was safe for you to do that, girl? That bitch turned around and slapped that bitch so fast, I was tickled. And she grabbed her face and she was looking like, how dare you, no bitch, how dare you? But I wish the transgender hadn't hit her. And the only reason I say that is because, number one, they came and took her ass to jail. That's number one. I don't think she gave a damn. But number two, they should have took them both. Because in California, and I can't speak for nowhere else, but in California, if you spit on somebody, that's considered assault and you going to jail. I don't give a fuck if your hand hit him or not. If you heart some spit up on a nigga, that is assault, and they need to call the police and go to jail. Now, black people, we our fuse ain't that long. If you spit on me, you gonna catch these hands. You gonna catch a recipe of disaster. Now the white folks, they got the patience. They'll call the police, follow you outside, get your license plate number and all of the things, because they know what's going to happen. But the amount of time that it's going to take for all that to happen, because you can get in your car and drive off, then the police got to look at the camera, see that they spit on you, or else you got to leave the spit on your face to show them, and then they got to run their tags and then try to go to the house and see if they can find them and get a warrant. Now, girl, fuck that. Just knock that motherfucker out and go on and get in the car and go head on. And then whatever happens, happens, because at that point, we don't give a damn. But they didn't take both of them, and I wish they had her. And I don't want to say that it was racism, but deep in my spirit, that's what I feel, because she was black and she was white. So if that sister could have just stood strong for a minute and called the popos, but that's not gonna ease your spirit. That's not gonna give you no satisfaction. Because most of us don't fuck with the popo like that. No way. You know what I'm saying? We'll take care of it, dog. Don't even worry about it. I got it. For the 20 plus days he's been in jail, he's never had a bond. Oh, that's what it is. He didn't have no bond. Was that because it was a restraining order in place and he broke it? Because he sure said if he gets arrested, he was going to bond out. Oh, he did. Oh, he did he? See, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. Don't tell nobody. This between me, you, and the walls. A lot of motherfucking police, a lot of people in the judicial system or the police system or the 50 system, whatever you want to call it, A lot of people fuck with Maddie. That's what y'all really don't know. See, that's what you really don't know. See, so she don't have to lift a finger on none of y'all. One phone call and it'll do you in. But here's the problem. She's black. Don't ever forget it. Ever forget it. You understand what I'm saying? Don't nobody give a damn that she rich. Don't nobody give a damn how many houses she got, how many cars she drive. Don't nobody give a damn how many movies she in. Goddamn it, T.S. the motherfucking Madison is black, bitch. Never forget it. You will never get away that easy if you raise your motherfucking hand or your tongue to put anything on her. You gonna catch that smoke. The same place you put them hands or put that spit, that's the same place she gonna give you that smoke. But she don't give a fuck. The lawyer be down there to bond out in about an hour or so. Shit, that's where he made his first mistake. Cause I think he must have thought she gave a damn, and she don't. That shit don't fit. She is not scared of the popos. That's why I think a lot of people make their mistake. They think, oh, she rich, she got money, she got this, she ain't gonna do nothing. She okay. Keep drinking that fucking Kool-Aid, that rotten ass Kool-Aid you drinking that's fucking with your brain cells. Okay, go ahead. So, he getting what he deserved. Now the question is, did his friends learn from his mistake? I hope his friends decide not to make that same mistake. Because here's the deal. I don't give a damn if they render her innocent, guilty, or no contest, or the Fifth Avenue. I don't care what it is. I don't believe Maddie would have a problem in jail at all. Huh, not at all. Cause the one thing Big Dick Mandingo like, and that's some ass. So you understand what I'm saying? She'll be in a buffet restaurant, child. That's like going to the buffet. Girl, she got ass for days in the penitentiary. That's not gonna phase her. It's not gonna stop her. It's not gonna slow her down. So, the people really gonna have to get over it because I saw some of the people with the tenderism thing, like that white woman that was talking shit. Yeah, the black folks and they this and they that. Okay, bitch. Say it a little louder so the people in the back can hear you. And I'm gonna see if you still got teeth to chew on that rib that you over there chewing on. Like, girl, y'all don't start that racism shit right now because Dukiana is in office. Don't get it fucked up. Cause see, the military is over there fighting. ICE is out here hunting down the illegals, and they trying to defund the police. The rest of the police is getting locked up for their dirty shit. So I don't know who you think gonna save you because you got to make it alive to get to the courtroom. The question is, would you be alive if the medical personnel was to make it to you? Will you still be breathing? Would you make it to the hospital? People, I see the people getting crunk up, you know, and I hope they don't, you know, things about to get real tight for us over here. This gas going up, especially if we're talking about $10 a gallon. Gas going up, groceries going up. I paid $9 for a 6 pack of eggs the other day. Pisses me off so damn bad. I started not to eat the damn eggs, but I didn't want to waste no money. I said, my God, forever. Cause see, they got me on that egg white shit. I like that egg white shit. I like that. I stay away from the yellow. It's okay, but it's time consuming for me because now I can't just throw some eggs in the water and boil them and then take it out and take it to work. No, ma'am. I got to crack that bitch open and throw it in the skillet with a little oil, some salt and pepper, and fry up the egg white. Then I take it on with my little turkey ham or my turkey bacon or whatever meat I got because we're going to have some meat. But I am slowly working my way so that I can leave that meat alone. Now, I had said I wanted to go back to a pescatarian diet where it's just seafood and chicken, but I'm looking at this food and I'm looking how they doing it and I don't like it. I don't like it. What? Four, five and see we in 26, 2020. 6 years ago, I found out what farm raised tilapia looks like. And it's like they got the tilapia in a dirty fish tank. but it's not a fish tank, it's a fucking river. And they got these like tunnels, these little things, but the water is filthy. So if that's how the farm raised tilapia is, that's how the farm raised catfish is, that's how the farm raised koi is, that's how the farm raised cod is, that's how the that farm raised is not cool. So when you start telling me about cage-free eggs, bitch, y'all made them eggs on the 3D printer in the lab, child. Them did not come from chickens. I want a motherfucker that say cluck cluck and cock a doodle fucking do. That's what I want to eat. I don't want nothing off the printer and I don't want nothing out the lab. I want that meat. StreamYard doing a lot right now. But I'm here. Oh, okay. I'm not on StreamYard. I came this time straight on YouTube. So I'm not on StreamYard right now, but I'm finna get out. So while he was on the internet talking about she's scared. Oh, he said she's scary. And now he's gonna come back. She went to the authorities. Oh, okay. So he thought, so let me get this straight, poetic. So the DL thought that she was scared of him. Po baby. He got nut on the brain. Nigga, she wasn't scared of you. She wasn't scared of nothing. She was trying to save your fucking life. What was she to be scared of? She was trying to save your life. Cause it's nothing for her to pull what she got. It is nothing. See, her shit don't say pew pew. Her shit don't sound like pew pew. Her shit sound like rat rat tat tat tat. Boom, boom, boom. That's what her shit sound like. So she was she was trying to give you grace. But you know what? The reality of it is he didn't think she was scared. He was just talking shit. And I think he is exactly where he wanted to be in the first place. He just didn't know how to get there by himself. So once again, another one bites the dust. He used her, fucking with her, to go to the buffet. So I hope he in there happy. I bet he ain't wearing that do-rag in the penitentiary. I bet you that. I love eggs too, Lorraine. Let me tell you something. Eggs that yellow is bad for your cholesterol. Because you know you have good cholesterol, you have bad cholesterol. Them that yellow in the egg, that yolk, that hurts your good cholesterol. And it adds to the bad and it hurts the good. So if you're going to eat eggs, you got to leave that yolk alone. You got to leave the yolk alone. And it's so much. It's so much. Listen, I have, you name it, I done been there. To the dietary, to the nutritionist. I done been to the heart doctor, the lung doctor, the fat doctor, the stomach doctor, the ass doctor, the titty doctor. I done been to all of them. All of them telling me the same way, you need to lose some weight. You're too little. You're too small for all this weight. I've been knowing that. Hell, when I couldn't fit my clothes, I knew my fat ass needed to lose some weight. But I'm a foodaholic. I'm going to eat. So, you know, and every time I try to eat what they tell me to eat, it don't never work. You say eat more fruit. Well, only eat a third of the bananas. Too much sugar. Well, only eat a half of the apple. Well, only eat about 5 grapes. It's too much. Like, listen, I'm not Anna Winfrey over there. I'm not counting no calories and I'm not counting no damn grapes. I'm not counting no orange slices, no apple peels, none of that. If you want, do you want me to eat the fruit or not? Because I'm not doing all that counting. If I'm going to eat it, I'm going to eat it. That's just it. All that doxing he was doing. Girl, who was he doxing? Was he trying to dox Maddie? He better enjoy his stay. Oh, I'm sure he will. Tilapia not right now. Tilapia ain't been right for a long time, Lorraine. It ain't. Genetic eggs, right. Right. And the people they now they telling you straight up. But we knew back when Gates bought up all the farmland, the farmers was coming on here doing videos telling us that they got a letter from the Homeland of Agriculture telling them to stop with the process, stop selling your food, selling your meat and stuff. And people was rising up and they was fighting it and trying to stay afloat. So shit, then the people decided they was gonna come out there, and the man woke up one day, he had a field full of dead cows. They then came out there and knocked him off. Now I don't know if it was the people that knocked him off or if they gave him the Kool-Aid. One or the other took him out. Now that everything is out in the open, Now they're going revisiting that, and since y'all was trying to harm the animals, and that was causing a problem because the farmers were saying they was losing, they wasn't gonna be able to stay afloat, and this, that, and the third. So now they said, ah, screw it, let's just put the Kool-Aid in the food and keep selling it to the people. Food is trash, absolutely. And I've been telling y'all, stay away from that marinated meat at the deli counter because you know I go straight to the deli and get my chicken and steaks. No, sir, I don't want them lemon pepper wings. I put lemon pepper on my own damn wings. Oh no, I don't want that marinated carne asada. I don't want that marinated this, that marinated that, because the grocery done told you, hell, when we put the beef out and y'all don't buy it up, we take the beef, bring it to the back, cut it up into a cube steak and add some seasoning to it, rewrap it and put it back out there and sell it again. The lady at the cake deli done told you when the cake go bad, we bring it back here, slice it into pieces, wrap it up and put it back out there and sell it to you. The food is bad, what they giving you is bad, what they making is bad, what they and nobody, remember I did a video about 4 years ago comparing a bag of Cheetos in the US to a bag of Cheetos in Tokyo or in Japan. We got all these ingredients and the yellow dye and the red dye and the third eye and the fourth Y and all of the things. And over there in Tokyo, hell, they got tortillas, salt, pepper, and oil. That's it. They eat there, and you wonder why they live longer because they food and stuff is not tainted. And so when I was learning, when I first went into the underground with Momo and started hearing and learning, I started researching and looking into it, and my question stayed the same. Why do our people want to hurt us? Why would they want to hurt us? We citizens, we supposed to be family. They don't give a fuck about us, nigga. It's about that money. The assignment is to keep you sick so Big Pharma can make money. But you know, I read them talking about a bill in Big Pharma. They about to shut that Big Pharma shit down. They trying to shut the Big Pharma situation down. So if they gonna shut the Big Pharma situation down, that must mean the med beds is on their way over here to the US. Cause I'm excited about that. They lay you on their machine, roll you under the chamber, the thing, then the computer going, roll you out, put your clothes on, and go on to work, go on to the gym, go on to the volleyball game, wherever the hell you going. It's no downtime. You don't need 6 weeks. You don't need 2 weeks. It just fix you all the time. You're on the table. You get up and go on about your business. I like that. Now my question is, how much is it gonna cost us out of pocket? Is the insurance paying for it? Who paying for it? Because you know, India, it was three countries when we talked about this about 3 years ago. India and two other countries already had the beds. So we was watching them in action in the underground because they wasn't ready for this to come out. I barely eat. I told my son that. That's right. So now that all of this is out, I put up a post a few months ago, but for some reason, I guess YouTube didn't want me to put the whole screen on there. It was a document from the United States Patent and Trademark Office where Apple has created these earbuds, right? The earbuds, they patented so that the earbuds can monitor your brain activity. Now listen, hear me very clearly. What does Apple need to know about my brain activity? Bitch, they do computers and cell phones. They are not a medical company. They are not in biometric, none of that shit. What do they need to know about my brain activity? See, the people wasn't listening when I was telling them 5 years ago what's happening. And I might have to delete this video when I get through talking to y'all because I'm sure YouTube gonna get pissed off. Why do they need to be monitoring? What did when we went in the rabbit hole 5 years ago and went to the patent and trademark office? Do anybody remember some of the stuff when you get off? Check your okay, baby, I will. Um, do anybody remember some of the stuff we found when we went over there? Because now, if you expect me to pay $1,000 for two little buds to stick in my ear to listen to music so that you can monitor my brain waves and shit, then that must mean when they hit the switch, that's gonna activate too. Cause now remember, we went over and we found out about the Kool-Aid. right? We went and we researched the black street lights that they was putting up and down PCH down here in Long Beach. So when your ass is walking along the beach, walking along the park or whatever at nighttime, daytime, evening time, when you hit that light, if you done had some Kool-Aid, uh-huh, you'll glow. So in the patent and trademark, we researched a number of things: radioactivity, radio brain waves and frequencies, and all of the things that can happen from satellites and other things out there in the atmosphere. So when I say flip the switch, that's that code. Now I'm gonna have, I know I'm gonna have to delete this video. That is the word, the code word for when they activate. Listen, the girl just went into the went in the post office the other day. Went live at the post office and was filming the pamphlets against the wall. And remember, they did this about 4 years ago, and they had pamphlets saying what to do in case of a zombie outbreak. Y'all remember we saw that shit 4 years ago. They had that shit in the IRS office 4 years ago. They had the pamphlets on what to do for a zombie apocalypse. We went to was it the Congress.gov or was it the post office? I can't remember now, but we went to one of them sites. They had it on the website. What to do in case of a zombie outbreak. How do you make a zombie? It's fucking with the brains, right? In this case, if you drink some Kool-Aid, it'll be easy to get to your brains because you already got the wires and whatnot, or the you got that in your system already, whatever it is. So when they flip the switch, you zapped. So we're gonna go in the Demolition Man. We're gonna be in the Demolition Man movie. I'm gonna be in the underground with the rest of the people because I ain't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm not gonna drink the Kool-Aid. I'm not gonna get a real ID. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that, and I'm not gonna do that. So where you want me to pack up all my shit? Give me a basket and let me put all my shit in the grocery basket and tell me which tunnel do I go in? Which sewer hole do I go in to my new place? Because I'm not gonna do none of that. None of that. Right. Exactly, JB. Exactly. So, I mean, listen, you can tell a person until you bump your head against a wall. If they don't want to hear it, they not gonna listen, they not gonna care, and they not gonna do nothing. And then by the time they realize that it was true, it'll be too late. It won't be nothing you can do. And like I said the other day, I lose my whole family up here. Because they all drunk the Kool-Aid. But for me, I said, oh, well, I don't have to fly because if y'all remember back then, they were saying, well, if you ain't drunk the Kool-Aid, you can't fly. Okay, bitch, well, then I'll ride a bus. I'll ride a train. I'll catch a goddamn Uber, bitch. I'm good. I don't need to fly nowhere. Have you seen the computerized grocery carts? I have seen the computerized DoorDash carts. If that's what you're talking about, where the little robot bring your DoorDash, your Uber order, I have seen them. We saw 4 years ago how the WalMarts and whatever had the robot stores where with no humans in the store. You walk in the store, you walk through the scanner, it scans the chip in your hand. That is your card. You go in, and then every time you pick up something and put it in the basket, it ding, ding, ding. So then when you get to the front, you put your shit in the bag, and it's done already rung it up and charged the card, and you leave out the door. They said they didn't need no humans. Everything gonna run the same way. 4 years ago, I'm now finna go deep in code. Stay with me. If y'all remember, once upon a time, 4 years ago, they was talking about giving you a little something, something. Putting it in the palm of your hand, putting it in your wrist, putting it in the back of your hand. So then when you need to pay, you just put your hand to the screen and it scan your card. Nigga, no. You won't be implanting me with a goddamn thing. I'm good. I got a card in my purse. I got the Apple Pay. I got all that. Bitch, I still got checks. I got checkbooks. Okay? No, no, no. I won't be needing that. Not at all. Nope, the carts where you scan your food as you put it in the cart. The carts where you scan your food. I don't know. I don't think I've seen that. I've seen the grocery stores where you walk in through the scanner, and every time you put something in the basket, it brings it up and takes it because you got that thing in your hand in your body, and it's reading it. See that right there? Yeah, I've seen that, but no, the carts I have. I've seen a little electric cart rolling down the street trying to take somebody their DoorDash order, but now I haven't seen the carts that you're talking about at the grocery store, girl. No, yeah, we ain't doing that either. I tell you something else. I'm not gonna get in that damn robot car neither. What they call it, the Waymo. Oh, bitch, no. Send me a Uber with a human being driving behind it. I'm good. I don't need R2D2 or C3PO driving me no damn where. I'm good. Bitch, I'm not in Star Wars or Star Trek. Send me a human to drive me. Seen that little girl in the back seat of her way more girl. The music was up. She was back there jamming. That motherfucker stopped that music and said, bitch, put your seatbelt on. She didn't know what to do with herself. She put it on and then it resumed the music. I seen the man in the car. He was on his way to the airport. The motherfucker went into the Walmart and started doing donuts in the damn Walmart parking lot, just going in circles, spinning in circles. He couldn't get out the car. He was locked in. He called and text support saying, "Help, help! I'm scared. The car's gonna crash." And they said, "Oh, we're trying to get you some help, bitch. What? Oh no, 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 no." See, it's too much. Nobody is reading into this, paying attention to this. Nobody's talking about this. And I thought when Dukiana came in, he was going to wipe out the bad media and bring in the good media, but that hasn't happened yet either. So, I mean, we're stuck. But I think I am gonna go back and look up Plotagon and see what they charge now. And I think I'm gonna start back focusing on doing some videos. And I think I am gonna start a channel. I do have some other channels still available. I think I'll grab one of those and start maybe a kids channel on education and learning and see how that goes. And then I don't know. We'll see from there. The cart has a computer screen and it rings your food up and you cash out right on the cart. Oh my God, where they doing that at, JB? Oh, those Waymos all over this. Don't get in one, girl. Don't do it. Don't do it, JB. Don't do it. I don't trust them. Y'all seen that movie, and I cannot think of that movie to save my life. I believe it was Julia Roberts and it wasn't Patrick Swayze. I don't know this man's name. They was in the car and they was trying to evacuate, and the Teslas was driving themselves and they was just crashing, running into each other on the freeway. I can't think about it, but every time I see electric car, I think about that. That car, if they flip the switch on that car, all these electric cars will just take flight with you sitting behind the wheel. You won't be able to hit the brakes. You won't be able to stop it. You can't cut the ignition off. And listen, who wants to cut the ignition off while the car's in drive? Because what happens? Wait a minute, let me check my people. If you are in motion in the car, you're driving, the wheels are rolling, and you turn that key off, what's going to happen? Let me test my people real quick. What is going to happen, people? Can anybody tell me what would happen if you turned that key off? I know you might be typing, so let me help you. That motherfucker steering wheel gonna lock up. Okay? That's all. It's gonna lock up. So you're destined to hit something regardless to whether you turn the key off or whether you just let it continue to run rampant or run into people and hit stuff. On the way home, the man ran the red light, hit a car, hit him so hard, flipped him on his side, and rolled him over on top of a whole nother car. It was a hot mess. I said, well, thank you, Jesus, for not letting me be 5 minutes too fast. I would have been right dead smack at in the middle of it when it happened. Right. Right. That's exactly it, JB. That is exactly it. So, child, I don't, I'm good. And I done told Uber and Lyft, don't bring no electric cars to me. I don't want to be in no electric car. Don't send nobody driving an electric car to pick me up. Because if, with the way that the credit scoring system is going on in China, I believe that's what they're aiming towards here. And so once they get to that level, once they have exceeded, certain areas, certain obstacles, and got themselves in a position to run that way, They already listening to everything you say. Now they reading your emails. Now they reading your message. They all in your phone, all in your business, watching where you spend your money, where you go eat, who house you go over, how many times a week you go, how long you stay. Is they related to you? Do you go to work? Do you go to church? They all in your fucking business. I can't think of nothing else that they trying to do. But here's the thing: you will not be dipping into my bank account because I jaywalked taking $200 out as a fine. Oh no, ma'am. Bitch, give me a citation and a summons to come to court, and I'll come and I'll pay you as I can as we go. So what they need to be doing is wiping out these student loans, because I'm mad that I missed the bucket when they was doing that. They transferred my loan, so I didn't get to be a part of that. But you know it is what it is. Um, yeah, that was it. I'm gonna have to delete this video because God done said way too much. But I don't know. I might see. They might let it stay up for a little while. Who knows? We'll see. Um, I'm gonna have to call and check on my friend too, cause I ain't seen or heard her in a little bit. But I think the beef sector. You know, the last time I seen or heard somebody in the beef sector, they said was slowing down. Like the beef sector wasn't beefing no more. So I don't know. This channel didn't follow a lot of people over there like my last channel did. So I don't know what's going on, but I do know that the black sector and the Mo 3 sector, they having some issues. Um, and it's funny because what's that nigga name? I like to call him Moneybag Yo. It's not Moneybag Yo. Um, it's most hated blogger, MHB. That's what it is, MHB. He was over there talking. They was breaking down the whole Mo 3 case and who did what and who, when, where, why. And they got Yellow Beezy down there for the Mo 3 death. So I haven't been keeping up with it. I don't know if he was the shooter or what happened. If he was the setup man, I don't know. But man, they over there breaking some shit down. I'll tell you that. They don't even show in my timeline anymore. Yeah, yeah. See, once you stop watching them or once you give them thumbs down, they don't. It kicks them out of the algorithm. But as soon as you start watching them again, or give a like, or give a comment, then they back in your algorithm again. So I don't know. I think I have some. I definitely have some good ideas for the children. I just know that when I do, if and when I do decide to start that, then I would literally have to, outline my dialogue and how I'm going to do it, and I would have to be very easy with that. But when I was doing the videos over here with my animations, some of them I would let the computer talk, and then others I would talk, but I would type in what I wanted to say, so it made it easier for me to not use cuss words and not say certain things. It was easier. So yeah, but I'm definitely thinking about that. Cause hey, if God just so happened was to bless me to happen to hit one of them lotteries, and I hit it big, first of all, it'll take 6 to 8 weeks before I'll claim the money. And then how long? What did she say? It'd be 2 months, 2 to 3 months before you get the money. So I need to find something to do with my time. You know what I'm saying? I have quite a few ideas I don't want to share on here, but you know what? Who knows? I may get on here and share them with y'all sometime. It's quite a few things I want to do. I definitely want to get some real estate and put some apartment buildings together. But I wouldn't want to put no regular people in them. I would want to put seniors in them, older people in them. I don't want no young people. I don't want no kids. I don't want none of your damn dogs and cats and guinea pigs and roosters and shit in there. That's something that I'm looking into. I definitely would want to have some type of dog sanctuary or dog haven, if you will. Um, like a transition to the foster home type of thing where we'll come and pick you up, we'll take you to the doctor, get your shots spayed and neutered, get you tagged up, and then clean you up, see what your weaknesses and strengths are, and then send you on to the foster people. There is definitely some money to be made with that. um And I tell you, when I do get a little hit on some change, I'm definitely going to the horses. I want to go to the horse track, and I gotta find a dog track up here. Now they have that derby racing on the TV up here. It's not real horses, not in California. If I want to see horses, I know a few places, a few states, cities and states I can go to see real horses and real dogs. That's not a problem. But I miss going to the dog races. And I prefer the dog races over the horse races because they've always said that the rider of the horse is the one that can be bought. He dictates whether that horse can win or not. But it's funny because I was talking about this to my cousin the other day, and in a video came, Siri and Alexis are always listening. A video came up, and the horse bucked while the men was in the stall before the bell went off. The horse bucked. The rider slid to the side, almost fell off. So then, when the gate came open, the horse took off, and he fell off the horse. Nigga, do you know that horse ran and won the race and didn't even have a rider on him? Baby, he ran that race, came through first place, didn't have a body on him. So I'm like, yeah, well, okay, that's different. If the horses was racing without riders, I don't know. That may be a lot more appealing to me. But the dogs chasing the rabbit. So they just running because they want to get that rabbit. So I enjoy the dogs a lot more than I do the horses. Because if I lose, I can't really be mad at nobody. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got no earbud in the dog ear telling them to slow down or, run into the other dog and don't win. And you don't have to worry about that. The dog just want the rabbit. So they all running. They running like crazy. I had even thought about opening a dog groomer, a portable dog groomer, portable dog walker, um, babysitting, dog sitting, where the people come and pick up the animal and and keep the animal and drop them off and do all of the things. It's a lot of stuff that we could do to help be self sufficient over here. I don't sew, but if I did, I would start designing something. I don't know, hats, dresses, skirts. I would focus on the unfavorable. A lot of people want to focus on the skinny bitches. I would be focusing on the big girls, the heavyweights. That's what I think we need more of. Um, it's just I have so many different thoughts, but that's all they are, thoughts. Until I hit that lottery, they ain't nothing but thoughts. So I would love to go to a horse track. You would enjoy it, JB. I'm telling you, you would enjoy it, girl. You would. It's fun. It's fun. Now I will say you're gonna smell a lot of horse shit while you're out there, but it's fun depending on where you are. If you sitting up in the bleachers, up high in the bleachers, you might be all right. It might not hit you as bad, but if you down close to the track, they just kicking shit up as they run. So you know, but you would like it. I think you would really enjoy it. Write them down. Yes, girl, yes. And I had said I was going to take a weekend and go down here a little deeper in Orange County. I got to figure out what city it's in. I'm going to have to ask my sister because she used to work down there. And I want to go down there and get on there on the computer and do my little bets and my guess. You bet on the trifecta. They have a lot of different levels of betting for the dogs, the same way they have for the horses. But I've yet to bet on the dogs yet. I mean the horses up here yet. I think I've only been to two bingo games. That was up in Inglewood back when I first got up here. They got bingo down here where I'm at, but they always start when I'm at work, and the ones that don't start until 6 o'clock, I've been and came home and went to sleep. So when I woke up, I've been and missed the bingo. So it's like I'm not, really into it, but I did have my dabbers and my little bag and whatnot. I did have those for a little while. But the last time I pulled the dabbers out, I had had them so long here, there wasn't no more ink in them, so wasn't no more color, so I hadn't been back since then. But yeah, it's quite a few things. I even thought about buying I don't want to say buying a club, but buying a building that would allow for uh chicken and fries to be cooked in the back, chicken and fries and maybe pizzas to be fixed in the back, having a bar obviously, and having two sections. Having a section where people can come and sit down and play cards and dominoes. I would have it would be like Dave and Buster's for adults, or like a Chuck E. Cheese for adults. You know what I'm saying? If you want to play cards, you go to that section. You want to slap bones, go to that section. You want pool tables, go to that section. You want to see the strippers, you had to go through the VIP and pay VIP price. And anybody that wants some chicken or pizza, you can just order and it would happen. The only thing I didn't care for so much with the chicken and pizza is that that comes with a lot of overhead, health inspectors, codes, and all of this monitoring the food safety and stuff. I would rather just pay somebody to pull up in a roach coach. This one got hot dogs. This one got barbecue. This one got pieces. Buy your food outside. Get your tickets and buy your food and give split a ticket, and then somebody will bring the food straight to your table. So it's a lot of stuff that has been on my mind, and that's just a mind that just can't. It won't rest. My mind just will not slow down. But these are things that I've thought about that I want to do, and if God presents the opportunity, I will do it. But things like that, I wanted to make sure that I could create passive income. So when I retire, when I quit working, I could still be busy, and if I didn't want to be busy, I could stay home. It would kind of be up to me. I would like to have a company or a business that actually offers insurance for the employees. If they want health insurance, I would like to be able to provide them with health insurance, if that makes sense. Because I think with a lot of the jobs that are out here, especially for people who were being kicked off of Section 8 and kicked off of food stamps, just kicked off of government assistance altogether, that have never worked before. They don't have no training, no experience, no history. And now you kicking them off of something that they have used for the majority of their life. Now you tell them to go to work and they going to the strip club. Well, the strip club don't offer no insurance. Well, they going to McDonald's, but they only working part time. Well, it ain't no insurance for you if you working part time. Now in California, if you working 30 hours or more, that's considered part time. Full time, 30 hours is full time up here in California. So then you could get benefits with 30 hours. Um, you have to offset the fact that if you're only working 30 hours and they get through taking out benefits and taxes, your check is not going to be fat, but I'm sure there are ways to flip that. So I think a lot of stuff has been exposed for us to be able to be self-sufficient and to hold our own. I think our people that just don't have the motivation and the willpower. And they definitely don't have anybody to teach them and walk them through the process. Now, that's something I thought about too. The only problem is nobody wants to spend the money. They don't want to pay nobody to learn. They just want somebody to do it for them for free, and that definitely would not be an option. If you want the help, we got to find a way to get paid. So I mean, it's a lot. Um, and hey, who knows? They may open up another PPP thing again, but this time I bet you the people ain't gonna run and flock like they did last time, because I believe that if Dukiana was to open up the PPP, he not gonna do no forgiveness like Sleepy Joe did. They gave out them PPPs, and some people got a letter saying your loan is forgiven within 3 months of them having the money. A lot of those people are still waiting to go to the penitentiary, and a lot of people have already been put in the penitentiary, have been stripped from their kids, the whole 9 yards. So when I think about all of the people that's getting locked up behind the PPP and all of the people getting locked up behind the fraud, because baby, it's a lot of people getting locked up behind that government fraud. Now they passed that bill about immigrants. I want to know what they doing to the citizens who get caught with that government fraud, because there's a lot of it out there. I know somebody who they got the Section 8 from the government. They got food stamps. They got everything they needed. And they mama and stepdaddy moved into the house with their kids and was living there, while her and her husband went somewhere else and was living. And I just thought to myself, if the lady was, and when the people was coming to do inspections, of course, the mom would just call and tell her, and then she would be there when the people would come so that she could show her ID and stuff. But it was just kind of like, damn, these people find ways around everything. So it's nothing you can do to really hold us down. We just need to get our people motivated to do better. They better not. That's a damn shame. Yeah, yeah. So, I don't know. But my mind just keeps spinning, and I think it's because I am worried about, where these recent actions of Dukiana, the position it's put us in, and the fact that whether we win, lose, or draw, what's going to happen come September? What are we going to be short? What are we going to be looking at? Are we looking at $10 for a gallon of gas? Am I going to be spending $20 for a carton of eggs? What is it that we're looking at? Because we have not hit rock bottom. And JB, you and Low, y'all been here with me through the whole ride. And if y'all don't remember, I told y'all the way that the people was reported in the underground, he's going to break us down to third world country type of style, just so when the smoke clears and everything returns, restored to its original state, we will never let anybody else put us back in the position that we came from. We've yet to hit that. So I think that's where we're on our way with these actions that have taken place with Iran and the Israel and all of the other folks over there. I think that's where we're headed. And if you're gonna start charging us $10 worth of gas, because remember that oil that we went over there and got from Venezuela, that shit don't run in the cars over here. We can't do nothing with it. But we can make money off of it with China and Russia, apparently. Um, but yeah, that's gonna cause some major problems. We can barely afford to make it as it is now. So if the inflation keeps going and keeps going and keeps going, we're gonna lose a lot of people because they don't have anybody to help them. We don't know if the government is going to continue to help them or if they're going to shut down, because the Department of Homeland Security apparently been shut down for 10 days now, I believe. I didn't even know it. So when I was hearing them canceling flights and delaying flights, I was thinking it was just because of them over there fighting. Come to find out, the pilots ain't coming to work, the TSA ain't coming to work. And I said, well, damn, what's going on? They said, yeah, Homeland Security shut down. I said, what? Say, yeah, that's who was paying them. I just started laughing. I was like, wow. I heard them talking about passing the bill, talking about they going to close down 19 airports. One of the airports was in D.C. and the other one was in New York. Wait a minute, hold up. LaGuardia? Y'all are going to close. Is it called LaGuardia Airport or is it JFK? I don't remember. But New York is a major airport. I would say DC is a major airport. So if you're gonna close down 19 airports, does that mean that the homeland ain't gonna open back up, or what does that mean? Because see, here's the deal for me. I am not a spirit or frontier type of bitch. That's not my get down. I don't care who paid for what. I will never be on a Spirit airline where the damn wing is taped to the plane. I will never be riding Frontier where I gotta ride with the old lady harking up tobacco spit and shit next to me. I would never. So what does that mean? Y'all shutting down America, Southwest, Delta? Or are we gonna be stuck with Frontier, JetBlue, and Spirit? Like what does it mean? I don't know. I don't want to go down the dark hole. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole. Let's see. I don't. Yeah, they not getting paid. And I ain't gonna never be mad at somebody that don't go to work because they not paying them. Because the first time I go to work and work for 2 weeks and you say, oh yeah, by the way, we ain't got no money, you not getting a check. Well, bitch, I'm not getting a check and you ain't making another motherfucking dime. Because where's the gasoline and a blowtorch? We gonna burn some shit down. Ain't nobody get no money if I can't get mine, and that's scary to say. But I believe that's where I'm at. I'm right on the edge. I'm right on the edge. Can you imagine how many people that will be struggling and starving? Can you imagine how many people gonna rush into the store, tear up the store, empty the store, run out, and the store's got to close? Third world country style. That it's not gonna be good. So then, if you ain't got no grocery store to run in and rob, gas station ain't gas, charge you $15 gas. The little mini markets is closed down because they food is rotten because we ain't buying it in time. Where else they gonna go for food? Up in your house, in your kitchen, in your fridge. Well, come on in. I bet you ain't got to worry about leaving. But hey, I'm not trying to speak that into existence. I'm just saying that that's a fear that's been on my mind for a minute. The army will be at the store. Why you playing, JB? Let's talk about it. Martial law. When he declare martial law, that means everybody get somewhere and sit down. That means no work. Don't go to the grocery store. Don't go to the get in the house, close the door, and sit down. And if we catch you outside past the 8 o'clock curfew or the 3 o'clock or the 10 o'clock, whatever it is, it's your ass. Because the military police don't use the same rules as your local police do. The local police stop. Halt! I'm gonna shoot. Stop running. Stop running. You are not released. You are being detained. No, 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 no. Military police ain't finna do all of that. And they not finna repeat themselves. Get on the ground. Pop, pop, pop. That's it. And then the little truck will come through, scoop you up, throw you in the back, and go pick up the next few bodies to hit the ground. It's not finna be no lot of arguing and talking. It ain't gonna be no fighting and chasing you down, running a mile down the road trying to catch. No, 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 no. We gonna let these little things catch you, these pew pews catch you. We'll scoop you up when we drive by. Now, if you remember when the Kool-Aid had hit, if y'all remember in the underground, we was watching the hospitals in New York, the morgue running out of room. We watched them pull up the big refrigerated trucks to put all of the excess bodies in. We watched the trucks line up and get filled up with the bodies. We watched that. We watched the funeral homes not have room. Can you imagine? Oh, it's coming, JB. You right. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Then what? Then what? What next? So I've been telling everybody for 4 or 5 years now. Stock up on your water, radio, battery. Stock up on your bullets. Stock up, stock up, stock up, stock up, stock up. Try to be ready. Y'all remember I was in there hoarding shit. I might as well had a grocery store back here in the garage, just about, and he ended up having to move it all to the storage. Well, then I ended up going back getting some of the canned goods. I went back, got some of the water because I knew they wasn't gonna stay. Hell, when I was a young child, canned goods and water didn't expire. Well, hell, they wasn't selling bottled water real tough back then, but canned goods didn't have an expiration date on them. They do now. If you think I'm lying, go in your cabinet right now, pick up a canned good and flip it over on the bottom and see when it expired. Now the people is on here telling y'all for the people that like to use the mason jars and preserve your pears and apples and your okra and all of the things and the vinegar, they telling you now you gotta read the label on the vinegar bottles because if you're going to pickle food, storing it in a mason jar and putting it in the cabinet to save for years and years to come, the vinegar has to have a minimum strength of 5%. Anything less than 5% is not gonna pickle right. It's not gonna be good. It's not going to last. What? Well, why ain't all of the vinegar 5% then? So that we don't have to work. Big pharma. Big pharma. I remember we had a whole storage in the back of our house where we had all kind of shit. My grandpa had a storage for his tools, and my mama had a whole thing with deep freezer and pickle jars and pears, preserves, and all kind of shit. Now they show you how to preserve chicken. Wait, chicken? I watched the woman put a chicken and her onions and tomatoes and bell peppers and in a jar, pour the pickle juice on it, put a lid on it, and put it in the cabinet. And I said, bitch, that's ptomaine poisoning. You got a whole chicken in the goddamn jar. Is you crazy? No, they was preserving it. Well, I don't want none. Thank you. I'll take some sunflower seeds. 2 packs, please. Everything is changing as it should. But you would think it would change for the better, right? Because segregation got better for our generation. It got better, right? We got jobs, we got schools, we got education, we got cars, we can do all of that. But if you think you're gonna revert back to preserving your food in mason jars and all this, girl, they finna shut all that down because they don't want you doing none of that. When they say it's time for you to go, that's what they expect. They don't want to help save you. They don't. And you know what's hurtful out of all of it? To me, is when I'm on YouTube browsing and more preachers, pastors, bishops, Catholics, and popes, and all of them to find out that not only is y'all bending over, but y'all messing with the little boys too. Do you know how hurtful it was to find out the Pope was involved with the boy? Look, what? A Catholic Pope? What? Messing with the church boys. Girl, shut up. And then my kids wonder why I don't let them go spend the night out. Nigga, wait, I got to go meet the mom and the dad. I need to see the house. I need to know who up in there. I need to know some things. I can't just let you go spend the night. I ain't no telling. Cause we watched the video with the lady in the apartment upstairs that they had just moved in. The lady downstairs said, "Hey, welcome neighbor. I just wanted to invite your baby. We having a birthday party for my son downstairs. She's welcome to come if you want. And then when you're ready, you can just come on down." The lady said, "Sure." She let her take a little girl downstairs to the so-called birthday party. But then after about 3 hours, she went down there to get her and wasn't nobody even in the fucking apartment. They had took the child and was long gone. Is that easy now? They selling us out. Absolutely. You see the man getting on the video telling you, they're talking about hell, every time his wife leaves and come home with the car, they done put the zip tie on the thing. They marking cars. They sitting in the parking lot watching people go in and out. And if they see you a female and you went in by yourself and you come out by yourself, they following you. You park your car, you take your groceries in the house, you start dinner. They done tipped up and put a zip tie on the door handle. And then I told the people we got somebody over at 1251 Armadillo Drive over in San Fran, Texas. White Nissan Sentra. Whoop whoop whoop. They marking you for the people to come get you. Now they working in teams. They working in groups. Why don't you work as a team and get a fucking job? With all of the free coochie walking up and down PCH, all these strippers and these hoes and things, and y'all won't go find innocent people to strip away from their family to torture them and do what again? Hell, I know why they getting the innocent ones. Cause these hoes and these strippers out here set your ass up. Come on, we'll go to the hotel room over here. You get in there and get your pants took down, and before she can put her lips on your thing, they done kicked the door in and bam, bam, knocked you out and took all your shit and gone. So I guess that's the only thing for you to do is find innocent people that you think are defenseless can help themselves. But let me tell you something about a senior citizen like my motherfucking self. Run up if you want to. I got 6 in the motherfucking thing, 1 in the chamber all the time. Now I might not get all of you, but I'm a damn sure hit six of you. Now the rest of you, if you still standing when it empty out, then you might have a chance. You might have a chance. That's what they doing, JB. It come up and down my timeline all the time. But you know that stuff has been coming up and down my timeline. I interact with that type of stuff. I want to see it. But it's pretty sad. The scammers, they getting better and better at what they do. I know my shit is being sold on the black web. Norton Ben done told me that. I'm still trying to change passwords and shit. Now these motherfuckers been calling me and texting me and emailing me about a personal loan I apply for. I ain't applying for no loan. Seem like every time I block two, four more come through. I got 173 motherfuckers blocked in my phone and they still calling and texting every day, all day long, thinking that they gonna get me the answer. You listen, they at least six. Hey, I ain't got the Draco. I ain't got the AR-15. I got this hot 357, nigga. That's good enough. One thing about it, if you kick the door in, I ain't got to wait on you to kick my bedroom door in. I can let loose on you and it'll go right through the wood and hit its mark. I ain't got to see you to hit you. That's the good thing about that one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The people are so jiggy with it that they will post a job on the internet and make you think it's a company hiring, looking for people to hire for a job, and trick your ass into filling out an application and submitting it online. Well, an application asks you for your name, your address, your date of birth, your phone number, your social security number. What? Uh-huh. Your social security number. Do you know it's people out there that's dumb enough to fall for that? You can't even answer the phone and play games with them. I remember as a kid, my grandma answered the phone and said, Hank's doghouse. Well, now I see damn, what is the nigga name? Robert. I see Robert G. I see Robert G answer the phone. Answer the phone house saying Mark's meat market. He said you bring them, we hang them. And he play with them, play and toy. You better not be playing and toying with them on the phone because now these motherfuckers is recording your voice. So then whenever y'all get through playing and shucking and jiving on the phone, they hang up, they put the voice through the machine, and then they call your mama. Mama, they kidnapped me. Please send the $10,000 or they gonna kill. What? Oh yeah, the people be doing all of that shit, playing games, calling your parents. That's why they say you need to teach your kids what to do when they get home in case of emergency if something happens. You need to be able to talk to your family, your sons, daughters, nieces, and nephews about what to do. Have a code word in case of emergency call. Motherfucker call, tell my mama they want $10,000 or they're gonna kill me. Bitch, what's the password? Huh? What is the password, Helen? I love you. Wrong word. Click. You know what I'm saying? Like the people, listen, they out here. They would rather get you than to get a job. You're probably get more money for you than they would at the job because nobody wants to wait and earn the money. They just want the money to fall in their lap, in their lap, in their lap. And when you think about it, y'all got people locked up in the penitentiaries for selling weed. Y'all got people locked up in the penitentiary for selling pills, crack, heroin, codeine, 12, crystal, methamphetamine. But bitch, now y'all got them on every corner. They dispensaries everywhere. You can go anywhere you want and buy all that shit. And motherfuckers is locked up for life behind it. Now niggas got licenses to sell the shit on the street in certain states. Well, if we can go buy weed at the corner store, why don't you let all the niggas that got locked up for selling weed in the penitentiary? Why don't you turn them loose and let them come back out and make their money? Well, guess what I think? think they locked up because them wise men and the rest of them other men mad that they didn't get a cut because every dispensary out here got to pay the piper. They got to pay the three wise men. They got to pay the city. They got to pay the state. They pay taxes. And if you've ever been to a dispensary, then you would understand why they will not accept your debit card. Cash on it. Oh yeah, we got a little machine right there if you need to get some cash. And the machine gonna charge you $3.50 for using it, and then your bank gonna charge you $3.50 for you using that machine too. So you done pay $7 to somebody to get your own money out of the bank. It's cash on it, so that way they don't have to have they can doctor the books any way they want to. They don't have to have a record. Oh, I sold this much to BBK. I sold this much to Lorraine. I sold this much to JB. I sold this much to Sassy. I sold this much to Ken. They ain't got to do none of that. It's cash and carry. They can say they made as much as they want, or they can say they had a loss, they didn't make none, and turn around and get a tax write off at the end of the year. But they gonna pay them taxes on whatever they getting. Well, then, if it's legal and you can go to the corner store, why is the people coming in, the SWAT people coming in here and all black and masked up and gloved up, and you're coming in here, locking them up, ripping the cameras off the wall, packing up all the dope and taking it and arresting them if it's legal? Oh, because they must didn't pay they fee. Well, Well, what if me and four of my cousins get dressed up in all black and we put on Kevlar and we got on masks and gloves and we run in there with fake badges and big pistols on our hips and we do them the same way? Start hang tying, rope tying them, using them bread ties and shit to tie them up and shit and act like we the police and we make it off with their shit and let them go. How they gon' who they gonna call? The popos? We was in masks. Can you describe what they look like? Well, what was it? A black and white car, blue and white car, supervisor truck? No, it's when a Chevrolet pickup, a Camaro, and a Mustang. Well, bitch, how you gonna catch them? Okay, well the scammers doing that too. Prison industrial complex in full effect. Yeah, yeah. And peep this: if you look up the prisons in some states, they've already started to release the felons who did not. They're wait a minute. Let me get my words right. They're releasing the convicted felons who did not take a life. So if you was convicted because you sold crack, they'll let you out. If you was convicted because you took somebody to heaven, you can't go. You got to stay. But the people that didn't hurt nobody, but they got hemmed up, you was drunk driving, and or you was out there putting your thing along in the dog, bestiality, selling cootie cats, selling dope, bootlegging moonshine, whatever. Y'all can come on out. Y'all free. Y'all free to go. People are celebrating and rejoicing, but you're not thinking. What are you happy for? Cause they home. Well, that's something to be happy about, but the reality of it, they're a convicted felon. They ain't got no rights. They still can't vote. They can't get a job because everybody want to do a background check. hmm So they out. So somebody got to take care of them. So you happy, be happy. Let's be happy. But now, if you ain't got your own, if you ain't self-sufficient, how is they gonna make money? Who gonna hire them to work? Things that people just don't think about. That's why I keep saying I believe he want us to start trying to be self-sufficient. For a little while I had thought about, I know I could go up to the alley and I could buy them out of all of their t-shirts and come home and start putting them on the printer press and making t-shirts and selling them for $8 and $9 and getting my little hustle on and do it that way. But who gonna buy them? If you ain't got a contract with the school, with the football team, with the volleyball team, with the soccer team, who's going to buy the shirts? Because people can barely afford gas, light, water, internet. They can barely afford a lawnmower, which got to put gas in it to operate it to cut the fucking grass and the damn hedges down. Who's gonna buy it? These are the things that keep my wheels spinning. That's why I can't never really get rest. Because hell, even when I go to sleep, my mind's still trying to find a way to find answers to what was on my mind when I lay down and closed my eyes. And when I wake up, my mind be like, "Bitch, you still didn't figure it out." I'm still thinking on it. Now there it is. I'm taking it to work with me. I can't. And speaking of which, I need to take my medicine, but I gotta eat something first because now that I think about it, I had breakfast this morning and some chips. I ain't had dinner, but I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna eat. I'm glad to still be awake at 7 o'clock, so I'm doing pretty good today. Cause I would have been dead asleep by now and slobbering. I wake up, it be 9:30. I'd be like, "Bitch, I'm hungry." Well, okay, that's all right. Let's get something to eat. And hell, matter of fact, I need to go back to the store because the storage is closed. I need to go get another case of noodles because I ain't got no noodles in here and I can't go to the storage. It's too late. I got noodles in the storage. I'm gonna need to talk. Wait a minute. I'm going to need you to talk to someone about that. And it is only going to get worse. Yes, it's going to get worse. Now just think about it. Let's go back to Dukiano. That the boys done said today that the only reason we trying to quit the fight is because we done ran out of bullets. I don't know how you sent $300 trillion over there and now we ain't got no more fucking bullets. What did we hit anybody? But okay, we ain't got no bullets, and so now we're gonna quit the fight, and y'all think y'all gonna come home, and that's the end of the fight. The fight is still gonna be fighting. The question is, who is they gonna turn around and beat up next? Cause baby, apparently Israel can't handle them by themselves. So now we gonna leave and pack up and come home. They gonna bury Israel. Then they're gonna turn around to your friends that you asked to help you that wouldn't help you, and they're gonna start pip slapping their asses, trying to punk them out. Well, then they gonna get mad at us because y'all wouldn't help us, so don't call us to help y'all, and then they gonna cut us off. The damn strait of Horus is closed down. We can't get nothing, can't send nothing, can't receive nothing. Now then, what we gonna do? And then old boy gonna say, now that y'all done made it back home, let me give y'all what I had waiting on y'all in the beginning. Because the white boy said, well, hell, they ain't got nothing that can make it over to the U.S. Well, maybe Iran don't, but I bet you China do. I bet you Putin do. And listen, when we was in the black hole, now we was in the underground. I told y'all what my astrology teacher told me. Astronomy teacher told me in college. He said if the world has ended 5 times and been recreated, and the next time it will end by fire. I said, well, when they was telling me about Genesis and Adams and Eve and the Alpha and Omega, they said it was water. They said, yeah, that's the one y'all know about. I said, oh, he said, huh? But and I'm thinking, well, what they gonna do? Start a forest fire and have Smokey the Bear come and take us out? No, bitch, nukes. If somebody flick a nuke over here, it's a wrap by fire. And if you was underground, if you was under the bottom of the ocean in the submarine, bitch, that's where you stuck. You can't come up for air because the air's tainted. And if y'all didn't see on the news, what was that, last month? The man went over there and bought a house. The family went and bought a house and decided they wanted a swimming pool. They called the people to come out and excavate the land, and they found a bunker. And it was rusted. They break the lock on the bunker, bitch. It's a whole family down in that motherfucker. Been down there 50 years. Went down there for a world war back in their day, and they didn't know the war was over. Bitch done had a baby and everything down there. They down there living. They got up here and said they gave that motherfucker an apple. Said he thought he was in heaven. He hadn't had an apple. He didn't know it tastes that good. Oh my God, what is this? I'm like, wait, what? It was on the news. It was on the news. Whole family, husband, wife, and kids, and baby. Whole family been down there 50 some years in the underground bunker. Ain't seen the light of day. Where was y'all peeing and boo booing at? Cause I know it had been rank when that door came open. What was y'all using the bathroom at? Hmm. How could they announce that they had no bullets? I don't think he really announced that. That's why I think the brother that was talking was on the inside. That's how he know. I don't think he announced that they didn't have no bullets, but I believe that was maybe the first assumption to come up with. If now you gotta call your homeboys to come and help you fight, then that means you lacking something. You lacking people, bodies, guns, bullets, missiles, rockets. I don't know what you missing, but nigga, you calling for help, so you in trouble some kind of way, right? And your people say, hell no, we ain't got nothing to do with it. Now, what kind of big bad wolf is you to come jump in somebody else's shit and now you toe up and you trying to get help and nobody don't want to help you? You wonder why? Cause you've been running around for a year and a half, beating your motherfucking chest, talking shit to people. So motherfuckers said, go on and do what you do. We want to see something. And now you need help and they don't want to help you. Now what else can you do but bring your ass on back to the house with your tail tucked between your legs? Cause ain't nobody trying to help you fight. So now y'all ain't friends no more. Cause homeboy about to tear their ass up. They gonna finish Israel off. And I believe homeboy gonna be a man of his word. And I believe he gonna slang something over this way. Because apparently from the way they reporting it, all that shit that China gave them, they ain't even gave us half of it. I guess he said I'm saving the best for last. Let them get back over to the States. Let me let them make it back. But see, we went over there and tore down one of their embassies, right? We flipped what that was supposed to have been off limits from the way I understand it from the X side. Is that the agreement when all these people got together? They say you don't touch the schools, you don't touch the hospitals, you can touch everything else. We done went over there, we tore up the airport, we tore up the landing strip. We wanted to make sure could no planes get off the ground and could none come down. We wanted to make sure you couldn't do nothing, send nothing, flick nothing, fly nothing, kick nothing, do nothing. And then we turned around and knocked out your embassy. Well, that was a rule breaker right there. So yeah, you done took out the first leader. The son was the second leader. You done snagged him, and here come the third one. And the third one said, "Bitch, you won't get me, but I got something for you." That's what he had said. That's what they said he said. And you running, big bad wolf. You need help, big bad wolf. You been running around this motherfucker talking shit for a year and a half, and you need help and ain't got no friends. And you told Putin, "I thought you was my friend, Putin." And of course that part was a meme. And said Putin said, "I had my fingers crossed behind my back the whole time." And of course it was funny. But the reality of it is, it wasn't funny at all. Because that just meant the whole time you was over there being nice and kissing ass. Remember, you didn't come through from the first time y'all became friends. He Dukiana was supposed to have popped it off, but he lost the race. He wasn't in a position to pop off nothing. So Putin had to pop it off. Then once homeboy got back into the White House, you didn't even want to acknowledge the real friendship and you was still on some fuck shit, and now that friend ain't even your friend no more. And now you don't know what to do. He got a whole sleeper on your team and you wondering how every time they swing at y'all ass they connect. How they know where we are? How did they find us? How who somebody Putin say, hell, I got one in your camp. Every time he tell me where y'all at and what y'all doing, I tell them that's how they get you. What? Nigga, what? He promised to burn it all down too. Oh my God. So then that means an eye for eye, two for a tooth. You need to activate your sleeper over there. Oh, but that wait, you ain't got no more bullets, so it ain't gonna do you no good, huh? Huh. But you sent 300 trillion to the military, but we ain't got no more bullets. Wasn't nobody helping us fight with Israel? What? Why? Why did we have to fight next to Israel? Didn't we tell that nigga to give us them papers and them videos and documents and let us go on about our business? And he said no. Why we didn't just pimp slap his bitch ass, go over there and do and get the documents the same way we went over there to Mexico and got the documents after the military had knocked over? Boy, why didn't we just do that with them and not fuck with Israel? Cause see, when you took side with Israel, then I got mad again because I'm thinking to myself also, y'all just gonna let Jeffrey walk around? Ain't nobody gonna try to get him or take him out or nothing. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing. You just gonna let him sit over there and laugh in our face. Let me ask y'all something. How the fuck did Jeffrey get to Israel? Cause y'all must have took him or y'all helped him, one or the other. But hey, you gonna reap it. However he got over there, y'all let him stay over there. Y'all let him live. You reaping it. You reaping it right now. The only thing is you gonna take us down with you. That should have never been part of the plan. Never. So I don't know. I don't listen. All I can do is continue to pray. That's all I can do. Is pray to God. Ask him to have mercy on us. Save us, Lord. Help us. Cause people mad because all the people that voted for him, I bet they feel like fools now. Bitch, you're gonna feel like a fool when they hit that motherfucker switch and you turn into a goddamn zombie. You're gonna feel like a fool. You think the people that voted for him was the only ones that did something wrong? Look at who you voted for. You voted for a motherfucker that didn't even stay alive a year. He been gone. Look at all of the dumb shit he did. Now, if you think about it a little bit deeper, what if a redhead didn't try to start throwing out the illegals? Can you imagine the number of sleepers that could have been over here right under our nose? They over there trying to fight, and the sleepers will be over here tearing our ass up. And who gonna help us? Cause yeah, we still got military here to protect us. Absolutely. And like I told y'all before, how y'all hearing about all of these states, citizen states that don't nobody know nothing about? Who knew anything about Minnesota? Minnesota wasn't on the map like that. Who heard anything about Montana? Who heard anything about Wyoming? Who heard anything about South Dakota? Who heard anything about Seattle, Washington? What I tell y'all? That's where the new identity people is at. And a lot of those states is where we have more bases. Because, the man and got on here and done spilled the tea on where all the damn bases, military bases and shit is at. And I thought to myself, saying, he sound like a sleeper cell. He sound like a whole snitch. Nigga, why you telling our secrets on the internet? Like you telling him where to hit. I mean, I'm just saying. That's what it felt like to me. I could be wrong. But why is you talking? When we over there in the middle of some shit we ain't had no business in the first place. But, what can you do but pray? So you need to pray, get your house in order, get yourself together. If you young, you better go on and buy you up some silver and gold. Leave that Bitcoin shit, that crypto shit alone. Get you some silver and some gold. Get yourself together. So that when everything flip over, you'll be ready. I'm getting with my sister this weekend, and I'm going to try to go half and half on silver and half on gold. I even put some stuff on my cash app. I didn't do the dollar investment. I put 10 on it. I wanted to put 10 on 5, but right now I got 10 on 2. 10 and 10. I got 20, and I want to see how that little money flakes over for me. And I plan on putting 10 on about 3 or 4 more companies that are benefiting from this war. Yeah, yeah, I want to get in. I want to get in on it. And then again, if God bless me to happen to hit this lottery, then hey, I can go ahead on and relocate the hell out of California. Because one thing about being up here, this is not for you to retire. It's too expensive up here to retire in California. It really is. Now, I ain't gonna lie and say I want to go to Ohio or Kentucky to no, 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 no. I'm gonna tiptoe right on down there to Nevada. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna be. And hopefully, if God willing, I can find me a little rural spot down there in Somerville. Summerlin? Is it Summerlin or Somerville? I can't remember now. Yeah, find me a little rural spot down there and try to finish getting myself together. So if something should happen that I haven't escaped. Listen, the people, the contractors are out here making homes out of 18 wheel um mm. The damn thing on the back of the 18 wheeler, the aluminum, big aluminum cargo, the cargo things, they making houses out of cargo trailers. They're making bunkers in the backyard. One man made a bunker and put a swimming pool over the top of it. Now, I don't know how they're supposed to help, but and when I say bunker, I'm talking about a whole living room, kitchen, bathroom, shower, bedrooms, like it's a whole house underground. That's what they're doing now. In the houses and stuff that are being built all across the country, they're making hidden rooms, safety rooms, and escape rooms, and rooms you can't break into, and rooms that are hidden, and you got to know exactly where the door is at so you can get in. And they doing all of that. Have anybody wondered why? Girl, they got to do something. Hey, I had even thought about designing some stuff that'll be helpful since everything is coming from China. But like I said to you guys about a week or so ago, when I watched how those little 3, 4, and 5 year olds are being taught in kindergarten and in daycare, they start out teaching them real early. They start out teaching them real early. That's why those kids are so smart. The shit about oh yeah, the shit about to hit the fan. Oh, absolutely. Now, can you imagine them slinging something over here, and let's just say they sling it and it hit Florida, right? If it's hot, nuke hot, then whatever don't get destroyed, the winds gonna carry it, and it's going to affect a lot of people. Now, how do you protect yourself? Because in this 90-degree weather up here, we're gonna keep the AC going, so that's gonna hurt you. It's gonna come straight in through the vent. We don't have no underground up here. That's gonna hurt you. It's gonna come straight into the vent. Running to the mountains or running to the valleys ain't gonna help you. The wind gonna bring it right on to you. Ain't no need you going and finding no caves. It ain't listen. It ain't gonna matter because these motherfuckers can't rub two sticks together to start a fire. Let alone trying to know what berries to eat, what berries to pick. What's the difference between poison ivy, poison oak? They these listen, I know Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts still exist, but how many little black kids do you see in Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts? Because that shit is expensive. Probably none. So they don't know nothing about how to bait a fishing pole and go out there and fish. Then when they catch the fish, they know they got to clean the fish, scale it, cut it up, gut it, re-clean it, and then ain't nobody taking these kids to teach them shit. That shit that we didn't have no choice to do as kids. We had to go fishing with Paw Paw because Mama was going to choir rehearsal. And Paw Paw didn't go fishing for 2 and 3 hours. Oh no, honey. We got up and hit the freeway going fishing at 5:30 and 6 o'clock in the morning, bitch. It'd be 5:30, 6 o'clock in the evening before we came back. A bitch was tired. They made us help dig worms, or because see, when I was coming up, we didn't go to the bait shop. We went out there and dug worms out the ground ourselves. We got our own bait. Now, if we went to the bait shop, that's because Papa was getting crickets or getting some other type of lures or whatever for the fishing. But yeah, it. These kids don't know nothing about that these days. They don't know how to make them a little hole to do the wind out in the ground and cover it up because if not, that's going to attract the animals. They don't know nothing about that. That's the type of education I feel like if you can share online with somebody, it may help. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a thought. Because again, if God just so happened to bless me to hit one of them lotteries, hey, no money off my back, right? I may be able to save somebody. Who knows? Who knows? I know one thing when I go up here and get these lemons, I wish Lorraine was still here so I could tell her, girl, you gotta, JB, I don't know if you can handle it, but y'all gotta do the lemon water challenge with me. Where every day we're starting early in the morning instead of getting a cup of coffee. We make our lemon water with, is it turmeric or ginger? I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back into my images and pull it up. But you put your lemons, your mint leaf, and either turmeric or ginger in there, stir it up. And of course, for me, I add a little bit of salt, and you drink that. That's supposed to speed up your metabolism and help burn fat. We need to do that challenge together. That's what we need to do. And summer is coming in fast. And apparently, if you do this every day for 30 days, by the second month, you'll be able to see a difference. So that's something that I'm fixing to start doing next week. I'm gonna go get the lemons and stuff this weekend and get my things, order my stuff from Amazon. But yeah, that's some shit that we need to do, and I think that'll help us with our weight loss, and it may even help with suppressing the appetite. Who knows? Sounds like a plan. The what? Oh damn, I'm not promising that. Don't be scared, JB. Don't be scared, girl. Oh, don't be scared. Yeah, shit. Like it's so many different. They want you to pay what is it, $45 for the apothecary book? I don't need that apothecary book. Yeah, you can a lot of the stuff you can Google yourself. A lot of the stuff you remember from your own grandma, your own nana, shit that they taught you when you was kids about different remedies you do on kids. I don't know if y'all remember, but when you have a baby, if the baby was teething, you know how when babies teeth, they have a little fever. Grandma wasn't giving all that time now. She didn't believe in that shit. She'd go put some alcohol on a face cloth and rub that alcohol all over that baby body and bam, bring that temperature down. Now, if you tell a doctor you're going to do that, he'll be trying to call the CPS on you. Oh, no, you shouldn't use alcohol. It brings the temperature down too fast. Well, what'll happen? Well, he could seize. He could do this. He could do that. Oh, nigga, I didn't seize none. It didn't hurt me, so he going to get it too. When you got the chicken pox, they put that red stuff on you. That cat was calamine lotion. Do they still sell calamine lotion? I don't even know if they still sell that shit. But hell, as a kid, when you had the chicken pox, they put that calamine lotion on you. If you was coming down with cold, you had congestion, you was wheezing, they could hear that cold in you, they give you a little hit of that mentholatum, rub that shit on your chest, put it on a handkerchief, tape it to your pajamas, and put you under the cover and tuck the sheets in under the mattress so you couldn't kick out from under the cover. Nigga, in the morning, you wake up and blow your nose, all that yellow and green shit coming out, and you sit on the toilet, green shit like, we didn't do no whole bunch of doctor visits. Grandma go in there, kitchen, come back with some shit. You got a cold, you sick, you don't feel good. She go in there and make you a hot toddy. Take some gin, lemon, peppermint, a little bit of honey. Put that shit in the pot. Come back and give it to you in a cup. And whoop, tuck them sheets and them comforters underneath that mattress and put your ass in the bed for you to sweat it out. Wake up in the morning feeling brand new. Oh, how much water do we have to drink? Well, drinking water, they say you should be drinking 8 ounces an hour every hour. But the mixture, the concoction, you can take you like a bourbon glass is the way that I saw the man doing it. Take a bourbon glass and put you mint in there, your ginger and your lemon, and pour your water in and stir it up and let it sit for a little bit so all of it can let that lemon juice get down in there. You just drink that glass, one little glass in the morning, and then the rest just regular water, and that's enough to get the momentum going in the morning because they say you you can start burning calories in the morning, you burn it all day. That's why they say you do all your exercising early in the morning before you go to work, and that way you'll burn your metabolism will speed up. You'll burn calories at work while you're sitting down. You'll still be, your body will still be in motion. So the concoction you just drink in the morning, like a cup of coffee, so to speak. But then, of course, you drink your little water all through the day. Plus, that'll help suppress your appetite too. So it's white. Yep. Put it on your feet and make you wear socks. Yes, girl. You remember, JB. That's it. Put that mentholatum on your feet and don't mess around and they can't figure out why you not feeling better. If you ain't never had it, grandma done took onions before and taped them to my feet and put socks on me. And baby, when you wake up in the morning and she take it off, that onion been and pulled all that shit out through your feet. Girl, that shit is crazy. I'm never do that. 8 ounces an hour. 8 ounces of water an hour. Yes, yes, ma'am. You're supposed to drink. Maybe it ain't 8 ounces. Maybe it's 8 bottles. 8 bottles of water. You're supposed to drink a bottle an hour, and that alarm is on my watch. So that's how I keep up with it. My alarm will tell me when it's time for me to drink some more water. I drive a bus, no way. Oh yeah, well yeah. If you're driving a bus, now you could drink your concoction in the morning in place of your coffee, but the water for the rest of the day, you probably wouldn't be able to do. But that concoction would be enough for you. At some point, when you eat lunch, maybe you could drink a bottle of water. That wouldn't hurt. Yeah, that's just like uh, people like to go get pedicures. Well, if you get you a foot bowl and put you hot water as hot as you can stand it with some peroxide, baking soda, and it's vinegar in the water. Now I can't remember if you put vinegar in there, but you soak your feet in that water and it will pull a lot of stuff out through your feet too. I'll start with 2 bottles tomorrow. Yeah. So I mean, if we go back to the old wives' tales, like I remember they used to say, if you a smoker, you should eat a lot of broccoli and garlic. Broccoli and garlic is good for smokers. Now kale's supposed to have some magical ingredient that's supposed to be helping you if you're a smoker. What else they say? What else? I like cabbage, but I like my cabbage fried, and I like fat meat or bacon in my cabbage. Now, I did see a recipe the other day, and she had beef in the cabbage. I've seen a recipe with pork in the cabbage. Well, and pork chops and cabbage, that's my favorite. So I really can't really fuck with that pork, or else I'm gonna be in trouble. But that bacon and fried cabbage, I could eat that every day. Now that's gonna clean your system out. Also that lemon, uh, I'm gonna have to look through. I got all kind of snapshots and images. I even be sending videos to my phone so I can go back to them. There's also a drink that's supposed to help you like detox with parasites, not just black seed oil and turmeric. Those kind of things are supposed to help you get rid of parasites in your body as well. But it's quite a few things that we should use and we should do, and that's something I think we should start focusing on, especially if they finna get rid of big pharma. Because I don't know if we're gonna get the med beds or not. At the rate we going, ain't no telling. But I think it's definitely something that people should think about, do their research on, and try to make an attempt to you know get it together per se. I know I'm gonna have to because being a salt fiend, it does no good. And I haven't checked my blood pressure in I don't know how long, and the thing is in the trunk of the car. All I got to do is put it on my arm and cut it on, and it'll work its magic itself. But I haven't, and that's my fault. I'm gonna have to do better with that. But I mean, it is what it is. I done been on here with y'all for 2 hours, and I still don't know what I want to eat, but I know I'm hungry. And I am gonna have to get some. I do need to figure that out at least before 8 o'clock. And I was sitting here thinking, this is Thursday. This is not Tuesday, and I don't want no hamburgers. I could use a good cheeseburger though with some fries, but it's kind of like, see, with me it's hard. I can't because. I want some good fries. And right now, some the best fries to me would be Wingstop fries. Now I got a bag of fries in the freezer, but I don't want to cook. So Wingstop would be the best fries, and it's like, okay, well, where am I gonna get the burger from? I haven't had a Burger King burger in a while, and I really don't want one, but I want that charbroil, that's smoky. I want that in my burger. And Burger King is the only place for me to get it. I ain't messed with Black Angus in probably 7 years. I've been so mad with them the last time I went to them. I couldn't hardly. I didn't know what to do with myself. I haven't food with them in a long time. So it's hard for me to figure out what to eat because wherever I'm gonna get the burger, I'm gonna end up going to Wingstop for the fries. Ain't that some shit? Because I was thinking at first, why don't I just go to KFC and get a chicken breast? But I don't really want the fries from KFC. So if I go get a chicken breast from KFC, I might as well keep on up the street to McDonald's and get a large order of fries to eat with the chicken breast. Because when I go to Pollo Loco and get a chicken breast, I go straight to McDonald's and get a large fry and sit there and eat it with some sweet tea. So yeah, I know I need to eat. My cousin does that. Yeah, girl, ain't that crazy? And Olive Garden, I've been mad at Olive Garden, so I haven't food with them in a while. Um, we don't have a lot of good pasta places. I wouldn't mind having some Thai food, but I don't want to drive down there to get it. That's too far for me to drive. I don't really want to drive there. I ain't finna cook nothing. I'm too hungry for cooking. I'm too hungry for cooking. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna get something, and when I go get something to eat, I'm gonna swing by the liquor store on the way home and go pick up a beer or a cooler or something. It's gonna be some alcohol. And then I'll come on back home and eat and lay it on down and get up and go to work in the morning and yeah, make it do what it do from there. But listen, I'm so glad y'all came and hung out with me. Thank y'all. I miss y'all. But and JB, I might call you and get your opinion on what I should do for my videos because I don't know. I'm looking at everybody talking about suing somebody for saying something, doing something. Ain't nobody got time, and I ain't got $4 million to give nobody. So I'm thinking maybe I wanna, walk away from the celebrity gossip a little bit and focus on something else. So I don't know. I might pick your brain on that part. Yes, ma'am. But thank you guys again for coming. I hope y'all hit the like button for me, and if not, God bless you. And I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'm gonna get out here and find me something to nibble on. Take care. I love y'all, and until we meet again, bye.